Oops. I pressed the button before I was ready, but hi. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, everyone. How's it going? Oh, boy. How's your guys' Friday? What are you guys up to? Hi, Lou. No, I did not realize that you guys could hear the dinging. I had to adjust my headphones. So, you know, enjoy some like welcome bells, I guess. I don't know. It's like a notification. Consider it a notification. Happy Friday. I hope the weather is nice wherever you guys are. Thank you, Giselle. That's so nice. I hope it rains. Volume is quite low. Rude. Hold on, let me fix it. Okay. We'll try this. Hopefully that's better. How's that? To be fair, I am also just talking really quietly, so. Ooh, rain. You guys got rain in the PNW. That's nice. It was the don't get jump scared by talking sound. Honestly, I don't hate that as a warning noise. Hi, Joe. Hi, Otter Waffle. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Little E. I know I saw some of you guys that are here today. You haven't been here in a while. Hi. It's nice to see you again. I hope you guys are doing well. Let's see. Rain has been the best. It's been like half raining. It's doing the thing where it's like a little bit of rain, but not like a lot of rain. And it's annoying to me, but it's fine. This is the end of week 3 at my new job. Glad I can wrap it up to be here with everyone. Litterbox Hero, that's so exciting. How's it going? Hi, Jess. How are you? Hi, Raspberry. Sound is better, thank you. Not trying to be rude. Oh no, you're fine, Raspberry. I'd rather you guys tell me than suffer. My partner works in health emergency management, and it's been so nice to keep the fires in check. Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah, I feel like that must be really nice. Weird schedule, so I lurk in the stream PODs. That's valid, Otter Waffle. I get that. I hope you have a great vacation, or had a great vacation. Glad you're back. Thank you. Arian, it was really nice. Hi, Hattie. Hi, Coda. Hi, Shalom. How are you? Bring back sweater weather. Yes. It's going to snow in less than 3 months and I already hate it. Grateful for warm sunshine today. Hi, Hannah. Yeah, snow is something that I just don't really fuck with. I mean, I think in theory, maybe, but yeah. Oh, there's a YouTube video that I got tagged in. Hold on, let me look. What are you guys tagging me in? The system is down. I can't watch it obviously while I'm on stream, but hi Christine, how are you? Reminder to take your meds if you're due and take care of your body with some water or snackies. Thank you, Christine. Yeah, don't forget to take your meds. Today is the anniversary of Remus's adoption. We've had him for 4 years. That's really sweet, Lou. Happy gotcha day to Remus. I hope that you guys are doing something fun today. Boop, boop, boop. I hope some of that rubs off on me. Hold on, I missed it. It's time to dust the old resume off. Ooh, yay! Captain Quesadilla, did you get a new job? I guess it worked out because I have a second interview. Ah, yay! That is exciting. Sending you all of the good vibes. Shut up about the snow. Leo, that's fair. Blissful denial of the upcoming non-summer. Yeah, I feel like we have kind of opposite attitudes about it because I don't fuck with snow, obviously, but we don't really get snow here. But I hate the summer. I want to like the summer. Like I do in theory, I think. I'm a summer girly in theory, but in practice, it's just really sweaty. And if you can't do anything outside. Ugh. Hi, Marzana. Long time no make it to the stream. Happy to see you. Yes, Danny. A fall NB for sure. 100%. My kiddo puked in their car seat, which is a huge fear of mine. Luckily, the worst of it was machine washable. Shout out to machine washable tops and covers to things for real, because all manner of messes can just be whisked away by the washing machine. It's wonderful. A solid spring or autumn person, dedicated shade worshiper. Yeah, shalom, same. Oh, sorry, Dill. That was my B. The summer is BS in the South. Yes, Raspberry. Thank God it's not humid here because I would actively lose my mind. That is an adorable photo, Christine. Oh my God. So cute though. Yeah, humid as hell. That sounds terrible. A fall and winter girly. That's a very valid Captain Quesadilla. It's supposed to be hot as balls here tomorrow, but then we're supposed to have like a 20-degree drop on Sunday that I'm not looking forward to. Oh, Christine, that's very confusing. Very like up and down and up and down. I personally can't wait for the snow and winter outfits. Oh, Chicago winter. Oh my God. I feel like the thing though is that if you live in a place where you guys do have like real winter as opposed to like Arizona where we don't really have winter, that it's expected to dress for it, like you have winter clothes and coats and boots and the whole thing, but we don't really do that here because we don't really need it. And so when it is cold, it's kind of like, what the hell, or if you vacation somewhere where it's cold and you're like, I was not prepared for this. Everyone getting new jobs unite. Arian, I hope you get to join the club too. Happy Friday. Hi, Lady Silver Yarn. Happy Friday to you. I've always loved the cold, but the past few years, the lack of warmth and vitamin D takes a toll on my mental and physical health. So rude. Yes, the vitamin D deficiency thing is so real. I genuinely think I would need, like, to supplement that in one way or another if I lived somewhere without the sun. Hi, Zion. How you doing? Fall all the way because I love Halloween. Okay, also, yes, very much looking forward to, honestly, it's not even Halloween necessarily so much as it is just like the return of cozy, comfy, occasionally spooky. I like Halloween in the like fun and cozy way, not in the spooky way. I don't like scary things, but I do like the cozy, comfy sweaters and like, cute pumpkin patch, not scary pumpkin patch. Danny said, I'm a spooky bitch, give me all the Halloween. Very valid. I don't think I'd survive northern winters. Relatable. Not doing well. Yesterday was the anniversary of traumatic stuff, and it got too late and I had a bad trip. Oh, Natty, I'm so sorry. I hate that for you. I hope that it gets better and better, or that you feel better and better anyways. I'll just decorate for Halloween first. I do really think this year we might employ, Aaron doesn't know this yet, but I really think we might employ a Halloween straight into like Christmas attitude, because my Halloween decor is less spooky and more fall themed anyway, so we might just kind of like roll into it, instead of doing Halloween and then Thanksgiving and then Christmas. I put up a black tree for Christmas. Okay, love that, Christine. I was in Austria at my parents this weekend, and no joke, they had Christmas cookies out at the store. Oh my God. Absolutely not, Christine. Absolutely not. That's so rude. That's like really, really early for that. Spring is the only season I hate. Hi, why, really? Do you have wild allergies? Is that why? Halloween givingsmas. Yes, absolutely. Tree made of pumpkins. Halloween to Christmas pipeline. Yes, exactly. Decemberween. That sounds like something else. Stop it. Hi, B-Brain. Can we see your upper arm tattoo? Left upper arm tattoo. Yes. My left or your left? This one? It's a sun with an eyeball in it. Can you see it now? It's part of my left arm sleeve that is not finished yet because I went on vacation and wanted to be able to swim. So we took a break, and then I just haven't scheduled because our life has been one minor disaster after another since we got home. So I kind of hate spring because it's when all the snow full of road salt melts and it's wet and gross. Oh, valid. Okay, otter waffle, that makes sense. My first live. Oh, post giving birth to twins. Oh my God, Julia. Congratulations and high five to you, dude. That is truly a Herculean feat, and I am so proud of you. Also, no, Lou, I was not on live chat. I am now, though. Thank you. Wow, I feel like Halloween and fall are going to be super fun. With little babies. Oh, babies are so cute. Miso and veggie and pastina too, but I fucked that one up. Are you having soup, Dill? Oh, I meal prepped soup. Wow. That is so fun. I hope that you enjoy your meal prep. What? That word got stuck in my brain. Your meal prep. Soup. I know, I want soup too, Trav. That sounds so nice. What kind of soup do I want? Honestly, pastina sounds really good. The last time I had pastina was when I was recovering from tonsil surgery. And that was a mistake because pastina is really salty. And when you have a bunch of open wounds in your mouth and your throat, salt is a bad idea. So that was not good. But I would love to have a redemption with some pastina. Yeah, it was not good, Lou. Don't recommend. It's amazing. My work schedule works perfect where I get to catch these live streams. This is the second week in a row. Oh, Catherine, that's so fun. Welcome to the stream again. Worst and best thing I've meal prepped is, I don't know what that is. Pierogies? Did you miss an R there? I think that's what that is. I feel like that makes a lot of sense because like dumplings generally really good when you first make them. Meal prepped, potential to get a little spooky. Hi, Punky. I made it just like you asked, to be clear. Oh, no, you did. It wasn't your fault. It was mine. It was also just like a not thinking about it thing. It was like a whoopsie poops, you know? Ooh, broccoli cheddar. Okay, yeah, but the dairy. I had planned a C-section, so the birth was one of the easier parts of the pregnancy. I feel so good now that I'm not pregnant. I bet, Julie. I've heard that, too, about, like, third trimester just being an experience of, like, please can I be done? Because you've really worked through a lot, and then there's just a whole lot of baby. And for you, too. My God. A whole lot of double babies. I froze them after quickly boiling them for a minute. Okay, I could see that working. Oh, Discord chat wasn't updating. Oh, what the hell? I always thought that I just hated shorts, but it was more gender dysphoria for me. Jean shorts that go 2 inches below the crotch are a no. Cargo and knee-length basketball shorts are very gender. Honestly, Snothman, very valid. I was telling Aaron, since I've started wearing looser shorts, I feel like something changed in my brain chemistry that I can no longer wear denim shorts. Unless they're like super, if they're like flowy, then that's fine. But I really don't, I just don't fuck with it. It is also uncomfortable for me. For me, it is just that they're uncomfortable because it's just not, it works if your thighs don't touch and you don't have like chub rub and it, like, you know, you're not fat. I think if you're super like not voluptuous in that area, then it's fine. But when you got junk in the trunk, there's really just a limited amount of skin hugging denim that one person can really stomach. No pun intended. Third trimester is tough. I went 9 days late. Oh my God, Jordan. I feel like at that point I would be climbing the walls or breaking down the door of my OBGYN or whoever delivers babies or whatever, because I'd be like, no, get me out. I've done my time. What is that gif of Sirius from Harry Potter? I've done my waiting. Christine, thank you for the $5. Is this still contributing to the Yiddy plus AC fund plus dog surgery, or has another additional emergency happened? Thank you, Christine. Thankfully, no more emergencies that I have to pay for, at least. So, still just trying to pay off the AC and the dog surgery and the boob surgery. Boob surgery, technically, we would have paid off at this point, but I was 11 days late because I refused to be born on my parents' anniversary. Woo, iconic. Yes, thank you for putting the GIF in the Discord chat. Callie and Joe, thank you. Bucket, thanks for the 10 gifted memberships. Also, Joe, thank you for gifting 20 memberships earlier. And Danny, thank you for gifting 10 more memberships. Look at that. We got McNugs all over everywhere. Just what we're lacking in rain, literally from the sky, we're making up for in McNugs. Thank you guys for donating memberships, for real. It's fun to see our little fam grow. And also, I love seeing the emotes in the chat. I won't lie. I'm just selfish and I love the emotes. So welcome if you're new. If you guys are new McNugs, welcome. Thanks for coming. Or if you're previous McNugs whose memberships have lapsed, welcome back. Allie. Wow, that was fast. Allie, I thought you were going to be late. The IRS gave us a refund on non-existent taxes. Joseph. People are really going to think we're serious one day and we're going to end up like Mr. Beast, investigated by the FTC. Thankfully, we're not actually money laundering, so it's fine. Kyle said, I'm sorry, this is off topic, but I'm downsizing so much right now and I'm kind of offended at how many shirts I have. Who needs all this shit? Okay, Kyle, I'm glad that you brought this up, actually. This is perfectly on topic because I have a bunch of shit also that I don't know what to do with. You guys, this is me just... I think it's the ADHD and also because like pre-vacation we were very like all over the place. And I have like multiple orders from multiple places that I just missed the return window on. And so now I have stuff that's never been worn. And like, there's nothing wrong with it. It just didn't look good on me. And I don't know what to do with it because donating it to Goodwill or something feels like, I don't know. I get nervous about donating stuff from thrift stores or donating stuff to thrift stores because I know people will just buy them, especially when the tags are still on them. People just buy them and then resell them on Poshmark and stuff. And I hate that, But I don't know. Like, I want to give it to somebody. I don't know what to do with it. We're not actually money laundering. Travis, no. You also have never done any of the heinous things. Well, that too. Yes, Lou. That goes without saying. Boop, boop, boop. It's just because you're not willing to get a little bit richer by using tax loopholes by everyone else. Yes, correct. Yeah, that's honestly, Christine, story of my life. Me refusing to utilize the loopholes that everyone else uses and just being like stubborn, and it's fine. Finally got over all the crap and just donated it all. Okay, that's valid. Hardly, Heather. Boop, boop, boop. Is there a DV shelter? Ooh, that's a good idea, Kelly. I think there is. Just cut the tags off. That's true. I think there is a shelter. I'll have to look. I know that there is one, like, close-ish to my house. But mostly what they are looking for is, like, professional clothes to help people with job interviews and stuff. And I have a lot of, like, shorts and, like, vacation wear. So I don't know if they would want it, but I'm sure there's somewhere else. I've decided to differentiate between the two mod Christines, that Christine is Christine and Christine is with a hard CH. So Tristine. That's really funny. Or a community LGBTQ group or local trans group. That's a good idea, Kelly. I feel like there probably is one. Find your local buy nothing group. What's that? Bunnies Eat Bananas. What is that? Like a Facebook group kind of thing? I need to do a clothes purge, but it's so overwhelming. Yes, shenanigans. Same. Trying to super chat, but I can't find it for some reason. Oh, sorry. Hi, bye. No worries though. Google's not letting me buy it because I'm on my honeymoon and currently in Germany. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Also, I hope you're enjoying your honeymoon. Hi, bye. That sounds so fun. What I'm not getting rid of is my Officer Dangle costume and white cowboy boots. I stay new boot goofing. Honestly, valid. Yeah, what's buy nothing new? I probably missed the explanation of it. I'm so sorry. Oh, hi, Hell's Bells. I've been watching your content for a while. Thanks for the work you do in the religious deconstruction and mental health. Thank you for hanging out with us. Of course, I'm happy to do it. My foot is so asleep I could die. They are usually Facebook's. Okay, got it. Never give me the cowboy boots. I feel like that's a fair rule, honestly. It's amazing. It's just people in your... I don't... Oh, got it. Okay, you weren't done typing in it. I was like, is that an acronym that I don't know? Why was I just advertised Spirit Halloween by the movie? Spirit Halloween the movie? What? Yeah, what does that even mean? What are some of your favorite Halloween costumes over the years? Are you talking to me, Raspberry? The threat of having someone move will make you downsize your stuff. Valid. Giselle. I try and close purge when I switch between seasons. Yeah, Kelly Ray, that makes sense. The problem is that I do this thing where I like aspirationally hold on to clothes, but in the sense that I'm like, oh, well, this doesn't fit quite right. But if I do like just a minor alteration, with like hand sewing or like a super easy machine sewing fix, then I can wear it. Then it'll fit great. And like, dude, no, you're not. You're not going to do that. Mickey, you're not going to do that. Stop doing that. But then I'm like, I know. Okay, Allie, I've thought about that too. I've thought about doing a clothing swap or something, but I don't know how to do that because also a lot of my friends are like straight size. So I don't want to swap clothes with you. Some of you might get some sick, oversized looking type things from me, but I'm just going to be sad. It's just me swap. It's just me giving you things that. I mean, literally when I take my winter clothes out of the bin, they live in for the summer. Oh, literal swap. Got it. Hi, do you do that too? Yeah, I don't got fat friends. I'd get a shirt that fits my thigh. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay, but Lorelai, that's the problem is I do know how to sew. I do. And I just don't. Because I have a lot of things going on. So I should really tell myself to just stop it. But it's especially when it's like expensive or really nice things. Like I have a dress from Universal Standard that has never been worn. It's so nice. And literally the only problem with it is that it's just they're so slightly too big and too long. And so if I just like pulled it up a little and like took in one of the side seams, totally fine. It would be great. But am I going to do that? No, Mickey, you're not. And I was like, maybe I'll just take it to a tailor. When? Where? You don't know a tailor, Mickey. What are you talking about? But I don't want to get rid of it. It's so nice. And I don't want to take it to Goodwill or Savers to get scooped up by someone who's going to sell it on Poshmark for twice the price. That's hateful. That was me when I took my clothes to the queer clothing swap. A few fat people were there and I appreciated my clothes, but they only brought like 2 things. Yes, Danny, exactly. I also may or may not go to Philly FatCon later this year. I want to go. I just haven't decided if I want to leave my dog for that long. And they have a clothing swap there. So I'm like, maybe I could just keep these things for then, even though it's happening in November. Allie, she's doing okay. She is really restless. Today she's been kind of a brat. She doesn't want to be in there. She doesn't want to wear her kennel or her cone. And I get it. I do. I get it. And also, like, I don't want to work for a living, I don't want to have to make my own food. We all have to do things that we don't like sometimes. So, yes, at this point, thrift stores and Depop sellers are both selling at high prices. Yes, exactly. I've been on 2 different meds in a month for ADHD, and when they worked, it was amazing, and I got so much done, and then they stopped. Oh, no. Christine, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Adderall. It was great, and now I'm like... Brad's in right now, haven't you? Christine, not that kind of brat summer. Jordan, so there's like regular... There's like the big convention that's just called FatCon. I don't know when or where that's happening, but there's another one that is like slightly smaller and it's happening in Philadelphia later this year. I think it's in November. I'll have to double check, or December. But my bestie and I were talking about going because it looks really fun and I've never been to Philadelphia before. Okay. Why are my headphones turning themselves off? That's super annoying. Okay. Hopefully my headphones aren't dead. They've got bad headaches, and then they tend to cry. Hold on, I missed a whole bunch. Stimulants. Next stop. Yeah, Christine. It helps knowing your shit's gonna go to someone who actually needs it. Yes, hell spells. Exactly. Because the other thing too is that plus size clothes get bought up at thrift stores and, you know, like other like low price sellers, whatever. And they either get resold on like Depop or Poshmark or whatever, but they also get turned into these horrific DIY projects, especially nice plus size clothes. And so I don't want to just donate them and have these brand new things that have never been worn that I spent like a lot of money on just get turned into some like straight size college students well-intentioned but poorly executed DIY project when plus size people do genuinely really need like plus size clothes that are just affordable. You know what I mean? It just sucks knowing that, like, especially living in a college town, it's entirely possible that there is a straight size person who's going to take my shirt and be like, wow, this is huge. I could turn this into my curtains, you know? Like, no, stop that. It's just it pushes my buttons. It's a principle thing that I really should get over, but it's hard for me. I'd recommend donating to an organization that specifically serves unhoused women, shelters, and or women who need work clothes. Yeah, Fabian, I've donated to a shelter for like work clothes specifically, but a lot of the stuff that I have is not work appropriate, so I'll have to find a different shelter. Boop, boop, boop. Why do people do that? I hate the whole oversized trend. I know, Natty. I don't know why they do that. It's rude. I like oversized clothes. Like, I do like wearing oversized things for, like, gender reasons, you know? But they make oversized fitting items for straight size people. So just, like, buy those or thrift those. But buying actual plus size clothes that were not made for you to wear them in an oversized way is like a little rude, especially from a thrift store when plus size clothes are already hard to find. I used to work at a DV transitional housing facility, and cute clothes were a hot donation commodity. Maybe I'll reach out to them and see if they do actually want like more casual items. You should see if there's something like Marsha's Closet where you are. It's a free clothing exchange for trans people who need things to gender affirm them. Ooh, that's nice. I'll look into that, Danny. My clothes aren't cute though. That I feel is not true, Christine. My ex was tiny and he would always wear my stuff and my sweaters on him that made him look like that girl from Kids Next Door. Once I get home for my honeymoon, I'm hopefully going to be picking up my basically brand new, gently used pink glider nursery chair. Your baby, they're just super comfy. That's really fun. Shalom, yes. A plus size family member recently found a 6X shirt at a thrift shop, and they love having an oversized option to where they only wear local thrift shop clothes. Oh, interesting, Coda. No one would argue that IRL, my friends. All right, fair enough, Christine. I don't think I've ever sat on a glider chair. Philly has a plus-size thrift store that just opened on 4th Street called Noni. Ooh, duly noted. Honestly, I'm going to write that down, Marissa, because I will forget that. And if I do go, I want to go there. I want to go to there. Philly FatCon. Noni. No. I hate when your iPhone autocorrects stuff. Stop that. Let me spell things wrong. I bought some expensive clothes from Salem. I was happy those were size inclusive. I would cry if those cute lace clothes got DIY'd. Yes, exactly, Natty. Ooh, thank you for the link. I want to do the go. Yeah, exactly. I forgot this was happening today. My little cousin and I are playing dolls and recreating a Reba concert with their Polly Pockets. Okay, that's so fun though, Sam. I hope you have the best time. I do have amazing shirts. Okay, see? Just because they don't look like feminine or professional doesn't mean they're not fun, Christine. There are plenty for cheap on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, gliders. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know that Portland especially is like mecca for plus size clothes, especially like thrift stores. I'm fascinated by the sheer concentration of plus size brick and mortar and also thrift stores in like the PNW generally. That is very like aspirational and also just from a hater perspective unfair because I want more of that. But PDX meetup. I feel like a PNW meetup would probably have more people per capita. A single mom. I'm not reading that. I buy a lot at Habitat for Humanity furniture wise. Okay, yes, Jordan. Also same. Thrift store furniture, secondhand furniture is my favorite, especially because I do genuinely really like the style of things from the 70s and like 60s, 80s. 70s is kind of my favorite though. All of the like gaudy, overdone, like bright colors and the wood from the 60s and 70s. Like the finish of it is my favorite. If you ever come to Denver, I'll take you to all the great thrift stores that have plus size clothes. Danny, thank you. That's so nice. Speaking of toys / games, what video games have you guys been playing? Honestly, Giselle, nothing. I have yet to finish Sea of Stars because I just haven't. I really want to. It's a really good game. I do really want to finish it, but I've just been doing other things. Cult of the Lamb, so devilishly cute. Is that a store? Oh, video game. Never mind. I was like, wow, that sounds fun. If you ever come to Germany, I'll take you out to eat. So good. Thank you, Christine. That's very nice. Oh, Stardew Valley and Binding of Isaac. Not familiar with Binding of Isaac, but love that. I wish there was a store called Cult of the Lamb. Me too, Sid. We should start one. Just kidding. Our YouTube channel is being rebranded. It's now called Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Snail Lamb. Allie, thank you for not taking me on the scary cliff. Yeah, I heard Hades 2 is coming out. I haven't played Hades, but I've heard it's really good. Cult of the Snail. Yeah. I know, Danny. No, we're not actually a cult. It's a joke. Cult of the Snamb. Binding of Isaac is the cutest dungeon game. Oh, cute. This is Snurch blasphemy. We're gonna get smited. Excuse me, snited. We cannot abandon Snod. We're not abandoning Snod. We're just like taking a bit of a detour. You know, we're like doing a bit of a left turn. We're doing a combo. We're having a combo meal. The art style is peak. Ooh, the art in Hades is really good and very queer. Interesting. I had not heard that before. I have a teeny tiny piece of skin on my thumb that is sticking out and it is driving me absolutely bananas. I ugly cried in front of my therapist for the first time this week. Yay, Sam! Like I've shed tears in front of her and sniffled, but dudes, I sobbed and it felt great. Proud of you, Sam. Also, I think there was a freaking bug on my shoulder. Yuck. I've been looking for low anxiety games lately. I don't do well with first person. Okay, yes. Litterbox Hero, same. That's why I was enjoying Sea of Stars, because there's like combat still, but it's turn-based combat and it's like very low stakes. It reminds me of Stardew Valley, the art style. I ugly cried this week all by myself. Hell yeah, Allie. If you can't outsource your ugly crying, doing it yourself is fine. Thank you, Nightbot, for shouting out my merch stores. Although I need to fucking fix them because they're kind of a goddamn disaster. I do also have, I have like almost finished merch, you guys. I just need to sit down and put it in the thing and upload it so you guys can buy them. I made Snod merch and it's very cute. I specifically wanted it to come out like cozy season, you know, so that we can have cutesy Snod merch for Halloween-ish. Yes, exactly. Merch status. That's the merch status. Is that it's like done, but I just need to do it. Let us pay for dog surgery with merch. I want you guys to know that mostly making merch for me is like, I just want to share things that I like with you guys. I'm like, look at this fun thing that I made. Isn't it cool? Let's all wear it together. Like having a slumber party, you know, where you guys have matching outfits, or like when you and your friends go to like a concert or something, and you all wear the same outfits. It's like that. Ow, fuck. I have like hangnail thing on my finger and it's driving me mad. Snod merch for real. Yeah, Raspberry Italia. It's very cute actually. I'm leaning into the like it's not a joke, it's just actually cool merch thing. I just want it to be fun. I've been enjoying Spirit of the North. I've never heard of that. What is it? Is it a video game? Do not let the... Oh. I know what you mean. I'm glad I stopped reading that mid-sentence. I've never been one to matchy with people, but I will 100% match with y'all with Snod merch. Hell yeah, Danny, thank you. Oh, oops. Well, I got the hangnail. Good for me. Some mild unintended side effects, but it's fine. Okay, are we ready to watch this episode? You know, Captain Quesadilla, like a good amount, and we don't need to talk about it. It is fine. It is so cool and good. Cool and good, man. Yeah, Jordan, same. It's just when you find one that like you can't not get rid of, I'm like, it has to go. That needs to go. Does Snurch merch make this legit? Make what legit, Joe? What are you asking me? The church or the cult or just our indomitable spirit and desire to connect? Because definitely the third one. Not the first two, though. Joe, no. Yeah, I do. Okay. Can't relate to the matching at a concert thing. What? Oh, the last concert I went to was prog rock. Fair. Yes, exactly. It makes real our friendship and love for one another. Exactly. Also, a good amount of the merch designs are going to be available in tie-dye things because I'm just like obsessed with tie-dye. Look at this shirt. I made it. This is just a little white tank top from Target that I tie-dyed myself. And it's so cool. I love it. Our most modern cults. No. Well, actually, yeah, Kelly Ray, I guess you're right. But not this one, though. This is simply a community, not a church, nor a cult, just a thing. Yes, thank you, Captain Quesadilla. Me too. Okay. Let's get into this episode. We are watching season 6 of Welcome to Plathville. If you haven't watched it before, it's sort of like religious family vibes, but they recently have basically moved away from religion altogether. They hardly talk about it anymore. And now we're just watching the family sort of spiral in real time. It's a very interesting case study in family dynamics, I think, especially because a lot of this is fabricated, in my opinion. Or at the very least, like re-recorded after things have really happened, or like producer orchestrated where they kind of, you know, they push people. So, we're watching season 6. This is episode 3 today. That's it. We're starting at 0 minutes and 0 seconds. I want an ice cream sandwich. That sounds so nice. Okay, 0 minutes, 0 seconds. We're pressing play on this episode in 3, 2, 1. Where is the...
I bought
headphones.
a houseboat. It takes a little bit of getting used to.
It's got just enough living space to be manageable.
I gotta get out.
That is so loud. Is that really loud for you guys? Because it's really loud for me. You mean the producers would lie to us? No. Never. Never, ever. I paused it, by the way. We're at 13 seconds because it was really loud. Is it loud for y'all? If it's not, I'll just turn it down in my headphones. But I want to double check if y'all are also having your eardrums assaulted. Houseboat. Yeah, I don't really understand the houseboat thing. I'll be honest. It was okay. Okay. Great. We're just going to keep going. 13 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Should we shut the door so bugs don't get in?
Okay.
So, what's new in Minnesota?
Well,
This is just a recap from last episode.
me and Olivia are getting a divorce.
I don't
So
know if
I'd
I
come
believe
down
that they've
and
never
get
had
away
this
from it for a
conversation
little bit,
before.
I guess.
We're here
really
for you.
don't.
We're missing Amber, Cassie, and Mercy. Kim's got them. Are you going to try to see them?
There's so much malice in that statement. Kim has got it.
Lydia, I don't know how you do it.
What?
I don't know how you go out to bars and like you just let guys like get that close to you and like touch you and buy you drinks and like you set some boundaries.
Lydia's definitely already going on dates, and I want to try some of that, but
Dating after marrying the first guy that you ever even held hands with is wild.
I know, again with the condoms. I don't know. That's okay, thanks. We're all good on that. Scottsdale. Of course she lives in Scottsdale.
I love it here. The sun is shining. Lyd and I are gonna go out to the bar
Okay.
tonight. Let's go inside and see what's happening and get ready.
Patty, I thought that sounded weird too.
this is so fun to be in the same place at the same time, both single, thinking about dating, having fun, literally just enjoying life, right?
What's your favorite part of putting your outfit together? What I'm wearing underneath that no one knows but me. Ooh, spicy, okay.
So this is my first time going out on the town
That's
to a
so
bar
real,
since
though.
I'm single. I feel like if I was going out to meet someone or like find someone, I'd be so freaking worried because it's hard to
She
find
does
people
seem
that I'd
excited.
like be okay dating. I mean, I think that the goal tonight is just to go out and have fun and see what happens.
Patty, yes. Right on there.
And then quit them wearing. Look good or not? Absolutely. Yeah. Killer.
The only thing is, every time I've gone out with Lyd, weird men find her.
They're all weird.
Most of them.
Well, but wouldn't you say your standards are kind of pretty high?
I'm kind of picky, yeah.
Okay. All right, yep, this is our first night out as, well, me officially single. Lyd's been single for a while, but our first time going out together as single women. All right, let's go,
They're
let's
so
go.
cute. Barry's giving terrible vibes, yes. The most of rancid vibes. Cairo, Georgia. Oh, God. Prepare yourselves. The cringe is palpable.
It's a unique day in the course of history in some respects. All right, boys, today is push day. So let's go over here, Ethan, and let's just do some straight bench presses. I have gotten the guys together, all 4 of us, for the first time, and we are going to hit the gym. So do you feel like going to the gym is therapeutic in any way?
Yeah, it definitely gets a lot of frustration and anger out.
Yeah, exactly. I found it like really helped when I was frustrated or just having a bad day. I'd go to the gym.
It's helped me a lot. Yes, I'm depressed right now, and there's a lot of emotions, feelings, frustrations. I don't know what to do. Pain or anger of things in your life can either cripple you or it can be one of the most powerful motivators for you to change your life. So I feel like I've been working in the right direction in those regards.
Yeah.
No. Let's just be clear about many things. First and foremost, being depressed is not a situation where you have 2 roads forward, one of which is what I'm assuming we're painting as this like victim mentality thing about how like, well, you can let it, also I don't like that he used that word, but like you can let it hold you back, or you can let it be a thing that makes you better. And like, no, actually, you can, in fact, just acknowledge that you're depressed. Like, that is a very real choice that will not have any negative impact on your long-term well-being. In fact, it might actually make it better. The real courage and strength and empowerment comes from acknowledging that your emotions are real and that they're valid and they exist, and you can feel them. You can welcome them into your life, into your body, into your experience temporarily, because all emotions are visitors. All emotions will come and then eventually leave, and learn how to process them, learn how to deal with them effectively, rather than just transforming all of your emotions into anger and then expelling that anger at the gym in a social situation where it's appropriate to be somewhat violent, right? Like, that's not how it works. It also doesn't actually make those feelings better, right? I do just want to be clear. Yeah, Natty, yes, thank you. I tried to fight through depressive episodes before. It doesn't work. Yes, exactly. I want to be very clear about that, because some people do have temporary success at like shoving the emotions down and trying to transmute it into aggression or anger. It will come back, right? This is the thing about emotions. I tell my clients all the time, emotions are a bodily need in the same way that peeing or pooping are, right? If you are at the grocery store and you had to poop and you're like standing in the checkout line, right? Obviously, in that moment, it's not appropriate, nor is it like really ideal for you to just like let loose, right? But there is a very real need there that's being expressed, and so there is wisdom in figuring out, okay, like I need to go, right? I need to honor this thing that my body is telling me to do. So like maybe I'll just finish checking out all of my groceries, and then when I go home, I go poop. You situate your needs and like can acknowledge that like, no, you don't need to have like a really loud emotional outburst in the middle of like a cafe or like while you're at work, right? Sure, maybe that's not super convenient, but to say that you can just push it off and never acknowledge that bodily need is just naive. The truth is that it's all going to come back around. We are all very familiar with the experience of saying, no, I can't go now, right? And then pushing it off until you get to a point where you like can no longer push that off. And that bodily need is going to be expressed in a way that your body is telling you like, this is happening, right? It's happening now. You had a few warning chances to address this and you didn't listen to my signals. So it's happening now. It's happening now. Like whether it's convenient for you or not, it's happening now. That's how emotions are. This is why a lot of people experience emotions in kind of a explosive way sometimes, right? Because we have pushed it off and your body is like, okay, it's happening. My nerve pain is flaring up, so I'm gonna go. Oh, Hell's Bells, I hope you feel better. Thanks for hanging out with us. My last therapist liked to say, what you resist persists. Yes, Litterbox Hero. That is such a succinct way to put that, because it's true. That's really how it is. People like to pretend that we can push off our emotions and then that they'll just go away forever. And like, no, they will not. And also, even if you become really skilled at suppressing the actual expression of them in the form of like crying or, anger or whatever, they manifest in your body in other ways, right? If we don't deal with our fear, that turns into a somatic experience of tense muscles all the time. Sometimes we have stomach aches. Sometimes we have panic attacks. Sometimes we experience debilitating physical issues as a result of our stress or anxiety or unprocessed emotion, right? Those things have to go somewhere. And if you don't provide them an outlet, they'll find their way out in some form or fashion. And oftentimes we don't like the form or fashion that they find themselves in when we don't deal with them consciously. I used to literally squish the emotions down exactly like that. And I'd have what I'd call cry attacks, where it was exactly like vomiting. I had 7 seconds to get to a bathroom and cry. Yeah. Hi, bye. This is what I'm talking about. Emotions will push their way out of your body in one form or another. My therapist is so mean. She uses my special interest / love for Inside Out wanted to tell me that sadness will be sad if I don't invite her to the party. Isn't that so mean? Okay, wait, that's so true though, and also so helpful. Like, she would be very sad she would be very sad. It is really helpful actually to conceptualize them as like all part of a team. And if she doesn't get invited to the team meeting, like you would really hurt her feelings. That would really suck. Hi, Jebs. Thanks for coming. Okay. Yeah. So all that to say, I don't think anyone here really needs that advice, but let's just be very clear that this perspective about emotions is, first of all, very male, and part of what contributes to a lot of the detrimental impact on male mental health and well-being that we're witnessing societally, but also not true. This is not real, and it's not a very reliable strategy, so don't take this advice. Okay, 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I thought of you many
Christine, yes.
times when I started going through all the stuff with Olivia. I was like, well, what did my dad do? Well, he went to the gym. Okay, I should start going to the gym. And times when I felt like I couldn't do it, I was like, well, if he did it, I certainly can do it.
No, no. Besides the fact that that's not actually how experiences work, because everybody will experience something unique and different, it also highlights, I think, the critical role that parents play, even when your child is an adult, right? The way that you behave and the way that you interact with your own emotions and in your own relationships is oftentimes used as a model for your kids, even when they're grown up, even when they're whole ass adults. They will look to you. That was the craziest burp. They will look to you as an example for how to deal with difficult life events. And if you don't provide them with a good model, they might mimic behavior that's really harmful to them. This is another thing that's helpful in the similar way that like not inviting sadness to the party will make her sad. Your kids, oftentimes, like parents find the well-being of their kids something that is like worth doing the work for, right? And so if it doesn't feel worth it right now, or it doesn't feel like approachable in the sense that maybe you struggle with your own self-worth, right? To do that work for yourself, doing it for your kids and for your family can often be a really wonderful motivator too. Obviously, we want you to learn how to love and care for yourself also to feel worthy of that. But again, in the same way that like healing happens in community, I think this is a great example of that. Can you explain what processing your emotions is and or looks like? Because I'm hearing what you're saying, but I don't know how to do the healthy. Okay, hot teapot, that's such a real question. And also thank you, because this is a really common question. The answer will vary depending on like what you're specifically struggling with. This is why going to therapy and having like a specific person to assess like your very unique circumstances is really valuable. But I don't know if Mickey adjusted, but it's hard to hear you. Really? Okay, let me fix it. Hold on. But processing your emotions can look a number of different ways. The way that I typically encourage folks to like start with is being aware of your physical self, right? Emotions usually come out in a lot of physical ways. Like crying, for example, is a great coping strategy, honestly. For fear and sadness. It can come out with anger too, right? But if you're struggling to get there with like the physical expression of your emotion, start with learning how to properly label that emotion, right? We need to know what the thing is. She's later in the stream. What? Oh. Aaron just texted me. Figure out how to label what that emotion is accurately first, and then identify where that's showing up for you, right? Like somatically, what part of your body is that affecting and what does that bring up for you? You know, are there memories associated with that? Is there something that you want to do, right? One of the most like transformative experiences for me in therapy was talking with my therapist about my anxiety, and she was like, what is like the instinct for you? And I told her like, I want to run away. And she was like, what do you mean? And I was like, you know, figuratively, I want to run away from my emotions, but also literally there is like an urge for me to run away from this. And she was like, maybe you should try running again as a means for processing. I struggle with chronic pain. And so that was the thing that I had like shied away from. But once I figured out a way to do that, that was like safe for my body, I was like, wait, this is so helpful. Like I need to move my body in a way that is like active enough to keep my brain focused, but like monotonous enough that it's not distracting me. And I have a really easy time thinking through what's happening for me, what I need, what that brings up for me, and it helps me to like do something with the emotion. When we talk about processing emotion, ideally what we mean is like doing something with that emotion rather than just thinking about it intellectually, because a lot of what we have absorbed as a society is that processing means thinking about it, and that can be true, but a lot of times it's not, right? Because that emotion needs to go somewhere. So thinking about it can be helpful, but especially if you're an intellectualizer, practice trying to ground yourself in your body, right? A lot of times this is going to do the thing where we open the floodgates and then you have a lot of emotion come out of you, which can feel scary, but that's a good thing, right? So processing that emotion usually means being present in your body and trying to do something with that emotion. And also practicing welcoming that emotion in. Because again, a lot of times what we will do is try to feel our feelings by like looking at them as if they're in a terrarium rather than them being in us, being a part of us, right? So practicing like welcoming them, saying that like it's okay for those to be in me, for those to be here inside of my body and like a part of my somatic and literal experience, and trusting that you have the tools to have those emotions move along at some point, right? There was a lovely diagram that was made by like social media therapist that talked about how you can welcome your emotions without that meaning that they're going to unpack their shit and live in your guest bedroom, right? And I think that's a great way to view that like there is a logical end to this process. And so being able to welcome them in and really acknowledge that like they can be a part of your physical self for a time, and expressing that in whatever way feels most intuitive to you can be a great place to start. Okay, great. Hot teapot. Yes. Yeah, practice trusting your body in that way. I'm not at all trying to excuse the violent behavior of these people, but how is their outlet working out different than your outlet of running? Maybe the feeling is like fighting their emotions. Oh, Zion Campbell, excellent question. So it's not that working out is not a valid medium, because it is, right? I think especially for people who find themselves drawn to things like this, it will be a valuable medium for processing, but the difference is in intention, right? People who use running as a means to help them process emotions are likely going to feel a lot more situated with their emotions at the end of that experience than people who work out as a way to avoid their emotions, right? If you're doing things with the intent or the hope that you can turn your brain off and push it away, we're not processing. If we're doing things with the intent in the hopes that we can turn our brain on and or turn our mind off and turn our body into a like vehicle for receiving emotional input, then we're going to feel very different, right? So the difference is in intent. You should not be fighting your feelings. Yes, very much so. Also, again, I want to caution you against trying to transmute your emotions into anger, because that's not helpful. There are a lot of therapists who say that anger is not a real emotion. I disagree with that. But it can be very possible for anger to be a cover for more vulnerable emotions. So if you find yourself feeling like angry about a lot of stuff, and also if you're an angry crier, it might be that there is some other emotion underneath that anger that would be good for you to practice sitting with. Have we talked about internal family systems? We have not. I have not been formally educated in IFS, and I would like to be, but that's why we haven't talked about it, because I don't know that I have like the expertise to appropriately do that. Inspecting them in a terrarium is so much more comfortable. I mean, like, yes. This is also why, I mean, you know, it's going to take time. It's going to take time for people to feel safe. You don't want to open that terrarium and have everything come out all at once. That's scary. This is also why having a therapist is really helpful, because they can hold space for you and be the one who's in charge of the in case of emergency plan, so you don't have to do that. You can trust that they have your back to help settle things back into a safe place if you need. But yeah, also an angry crier. Very common. Sometimes people are just angry criers just cause, but it is entirely possible that there's like an underlying emotion for folks too that might just need to be unpacked and processed. I read the IFS creators book for a book club and greatly disliked it. I've heard that IFS is very polarizing. I know that the therapists who really love it, like, love it. Similar to EMDR. Like, the people who love EMDR love EMDR, and the people who don't like it are kind of like, I'm one of the turning my nose at people at EMDR. Only because I just think it's strange. And also I had a bad experience with it from the client perspective, so it's a bias. Any therapists you know doing remote therapy in California? Honestly, no. I wish that I had a more extensive referral network, but I really don't. I really don't have, especially outside of Arizona, I don't have recommendations really. It's hard because, I mean, you know, it's not like I'm really networking these days. I was not on live chat. Fair. Okay, let's get into this episode. 4 minutes and 1 second. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
He's gonna hurt himself. Dad, you're not as young as you once was.
I know.
But he's stronger than you once was.
I'm stronger than I was at 28.
There you go.
This is a phase. Grief is a phase. Anger is a phase. Depression is a phase.
I
just walk through it.
I hate his perspective on this.
This must be fake weights.
That's not true.
Who else is gonna try this?
Like, I want to see you try.
Not
it.
me.
I could probably do it if I didn't do chest yesterday.
Micah
Yeah, again, is a
says
phase
that
is
he
so
worked his
dismissive.
chest
It
out
is.
really hard yesterday. Like, that's what he's saying to everybody. And
No,
that
he
way
did. I think he did. But you know what I did? I did my recon this morning and found out he worked chest yesterday really hard. So what did I focus on?
This is super weird
got it.
behavior.
No. All right.
Besides the fact that this is a really strange adversarial attitude to have towards your own child, this is also, again, not a productive means of processing emotion. Like, we're dick swinging with your own kid, which is especially weird. But again, this is literally just a, like we're peacocking is what we're doing. Like, look at me. I'm so with your own kids. Hello? Like, Barry, get a hobby and also get friends. His laugh was really off-putting, but to be fair, we can't really control that. I just don't. The intent behind this behavior is really, really off-putting. Okay, 5 minutes even, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Wish I had known we were gonna do chest today, because I would have done back yesterday.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating that...
What, like a 55-year-old can kick your butt all over the gym?
No,
Also, why is
that's
Ethan
not what I was
wearing those
referring
pants?
to. That is frustrating, though. Like, you can't even tell I work out. But when I take my shirt off, jaws hit the floor.
Not
Just
really.
kidding. Yeah, it was a joke.
More like eyes hit the other wall. instead of
Bye,
one yoke in
Lacey.
the wall
Thanks
you're
for
on.
coming.
Yeah, anyway.
Yes, Gems. They are.
It is quite interesting because
So
Micah's
off-putting
territory.
here. Okay, hold on, pause. Unrelated. Why is Ethan wearing shorts with a button on them? He doesn't have basketball shorts? This man doesn't own anything with an elastic waistband. This is an odd choice. I'm not like the gym police or anything, but like, hello? Also, this whole display is just... It's a similar energy as the people who take up space at the gym because they work out for just long enough to get a pump and then stand there and take pictures. Like, are you okay? Do you need help? Ethan did fly in, right? He might not have been planning to gym it up. Okay, but he is like pretty close to the same size as his brothers, no? Also, is there not a store in Cairo? Like, fair, Beth. But I'm just saying, like, a button? Pants with a button and a zipper? No. Just weird. I like bouldering, but the amount of peacocking at the gym is just, ugh. Yes. Have you talked about growing up with parents that are in competition with their older kids? Yes, Empress. We talked about it in the emotional incest video and also in the emotionally immature parents video. The emotionally immature parents video is more recent. Yes, exactly. There's a pair of free or $10 basketball shorts available nearby. Like, please utilize those. Okay, anyways, 5 minutes and 37 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Is the gym, but I did outdo him.
Yeah.
Just
Okay. You don't get an award for that, Barry.
Everybody's better at something, so just look at it that way. Everybody's better at something, and you just gotta be.
You guys aren't making up fish stories about your gym performance, are you?
No, I'm being honest.
Watching you.
Oh crap!
Always
Whoa,
watching.
whoa, yo.
Well, dude, you made a good show of it, but I outpumped you today.
This B-roll makes me viscerally uncomfortable.
He pulled his liver.
No, we don't need that noise. Thank you. Social tap eatery.
This is like one of your first times being out single with me.
Mm-hmm.
Does it feel liberating?
I don't know.
Do you feel like I'm gonna be a good wingman then?
No.
I am. I definitely am.
I haven't tested your skills out yet.
That's what
Lydia
tonight's
is
for.
so offended by
Come with
that.
me and I'll lead you to some great people.
Okay. I feel like you come out on the town quite a lot.
Oh, I do. I do. That's the phase of life right now.
But also as if this is not so obviously producer orchestrated. Like,
I would not miss it. When I come here and she's going out and she's having fun, then I'm like, I'm totally going with you. We're gonna have so much fun. But like in LA at home, back when I lived in Minnesota, I don't really go out to bars by myself. I'm a grandma.
I mean, fair.
I'd rather be home drinking tea and reading books. If this doesn't embody grandma vibes, in my purse right now, I've got a book in case I'm bored and I want to read. I've got a game in case conversation's awkward and we need to play something. I've got a tub of fresh mozzarella, because you can't get that at the bar. I have an apple in case I want a later snack. Toilet spray in case you walk in and it does not smell good. Yeah, that's about it.
I feel like that's a great wing woman. Yeah, you couldn't expect anything better. You can have your cheese, but... Like, do you feel like it's hard to be single?
Tub of cheese is such a choice, but also I saw a meme a while ago about how autistic people love card games and conversation starting games because it structures conversation in a way that we like understand the rules. And I felt very seen and validated by that. And also this is kind of giving that vibe. Not that Olivia is autistic, but it like every time somebody says something about that now, that jogs my memory and it makes me laugh. Yes, Callie. Why won't my friends play more card games with me? It helps me. Okay, also, yes, Goat Fury. We have already talked on the channel about my discomfort with food being in the danger zone. I don't like it. I don't like it. If you have food that's meant to be refrigerated, please put it in the refrigerator because it might go bad. It might sit in the danger zone and then become uncomfortable. I know. Yeah, the spray just in case someone else poops. I would poop, especially not after eating mozzarella. This is so real because also if I brought cheese with me to go to the bar and ate a bunch of purse cheese, I would definitely have to shit. And it would not be one of the like casual, no big deal type of shits, which is why I'm not bringing cheese to the bar. It's literally purse cheese, Callie. Not gonna lie, I would totally eat purse cheese, but only if it was fresh and I could tell that it was cold. Like if it was like freshly put in there, then maybe. The charcutes that give you tooths. Yeah. Okay, 7 minutes, 42 seconds, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
No, really? Except for when I'm going to bed at night and I've never had my own bed. I feel like people are asking me a lot of questions in my life right now about like what I like and what I'm experiencing, and I don't know how to answer anything. So I almost feel like I'm like pulling answers out of midair. I don't really know if I like being single. I don't really know if I like dating. I don't know if I don't.
There's no
say
time
that.
frame on it. You can do whatever you want to do.
I'm just like taking what every day brings me.
That's why I'm glad you're here, because that's literally what I'm living like right now. So
It's like one day at a time.
yeah, making the most of every day.
Cheers to that, bro. Tonight is literally about finding out what you're like as a wingman.
Yeah, and just having fun and like experiencing things together as single women.
Okay. I'm just asking what your expectations are so I know.
My expectation is that we take care of each other, we have each other's back, and we have fun.
Cheers to a single life, whatever it brings us.
Yeah. Well, can't wait to see what trouble we stir up tonight.
Look at these booty shorts. You want these?
Yeah, that one will keep me warm. I want to go through my my clothes and get rid of a little bit of the...
Can we just... We're going to watch it in 10 seconds, so let's just get along. Percy is okay here. Yes, Sydney, of course that's okay. If you're new here, hi. I swear a lot. People tell me I'm a bad therapist for it.
This is
Me
mine.
too, Lydia.
Hold
I'll take this
no,
one.
No, I like that top. Okay?
I like
it's
it
one of the
too.
most modest tops I have, okay? But I do have a whole thing of clothes here that... Look at these booty shorts. You want these?
Yeah, that one will keep me warm.
You sure?
So I'm getting settled in, and I've been going through all my clothes and reorganizing my closet, getting rid of clothes and stuff. And Lydia's helping out. Even though we have completely different styles, she just gets me.
Oh my goodness.
This one is kind of a cool top.
Right, remember this dress?
Clothing has always been something I've used to express myself, but my style's kind of slowly changing. I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to go through my my clothes and get rid of a little bit of the 16-year-old Mariah style.
I'm sure this has nothing to do with religion. Okay. This is just a super cut.
It wasn't even shorts. Like, that's how skimpy my wardrobe was, because it was just like a bunch of strings and ties. I know that sounds really bad. It's not like I walked around in bikinis all day, but I kind of did.
Okay, yes.
So you're
Jamie,
finally
me too.
home. I'm finally home. It's good to have you home,
Lorelai,
too.
I
It
know.
is so good to be
You've
home.
been all over the gosh dang place this year.
Yeah, just all four ends of the country, that's all.
Hi, Brandy.
That's great, though.
But it's been amazing, but there's no place like home. I'm still technically living at home, although I've hardly been here the last 6 months. I went on a 2-month missions trip, and it was so phenomenal.
Rise with Christ!
Literally, what was that? The way that they almost created a medical emergency with that baptism is wild. In the ocean? No. Honestly, I'm rewinding it because Joe missed it and that's worth rewinding it for. This is wild. Okay, pressing play.
I'm still technically living at home, although I've hardly been here the last 6 months. I went on a 2-month missions trip, and it was so phenomenal.
Rise with Christ!
That poor woman got blasted by that wave. Oh my God. I know, they almost lost her. Mission trips are the worst. We're going to talk about it in a second, but I just cannot get over the fact that their version of a baptism was almost creating a medical emergency in the ocean. They almost drowned her. Okay. Yeah, in case you're not familiar, by the way, mission trips are essentially, the term that a lot of people use is voluntourism, where people can pretend to be doing good deeds, but actually what they're doing is just, first of all, usually going to places that don't want tourists, and also making a spectacle out of the people who live there, because it's often people who live in poverty or people that need resources in some form or fashion, and the white savior tourists who show up there, the Christians that show up there, get to pat themselves on the back for building a like poorly constructed house or working in a food bank, and then they leave. The most predatory version of this is when people go and visit orphanages and bond with these children in a way that is really, really unfair and inappropriate, and then leave and traumatize these children by participating in a cycle of these kids bonding and being abandoned and bonding and being abandoned over and over and over and over again. Yeah. Choco Box Baby said it's colonization, and like, yes, literally that. But with a sprinkle of like, don't worry, I am only going to be a colonizer for, 10 minutes. So it's just, especially, like, there's nothing wrong with people being religious in whatever flavor that works for you. But if your church or religious institution is promoting a mission trip or something like that, please think twice before participating in those things, because it's really not going to actually do any good. It's also oftentimes a covert way to try to evangelize people and or just like force people into being religious, right? There's usually like a coercion aspect to this that like will provide you the help that you need, but contingent upon, you guys sitting and reading the Bible with us, or your whole group accepting a Bible or sitting through a service with us. And like, we're going to help you by helping you find God. But it's really just religious coercion, and it's gross. I literally said, whoa, because the moon looks super cool outside, and my husband just automatically got up to look. He's a good one. Cody Brown celebrated Passover, showed off the one Hebrew prayer he could recite, had what he called a bar mitzvah for his oldest son. Oh my God. Yeah, that's aggressively gross. That's also part of the thing, is that there's definitely a cultural appropriation, particularly with Judaism. I don't know what that is, or like what that's about, but there is a concerted movement lately within the Christian fundamentalist niche, for people to appropriate Jewish cultures and symbols and practices, and it's giving anti-Semitism. If someone doesn't know about Christ, they are naturally entered into heaven. Telling them makes it likely that they'll go to hell, so the godly thing to do is to leave them the fuck alone. Oh, that's a good point, Kyle. I've never thought about that, actually. Cody Brown also refused to eat pork and made a big stink about the rest of the family going to a cookout with a hog roast. Oh my God. Cody, there's no end to the disgusting and also embarrassing things that Cody Brown has done. Okay. Let's keep going. 11 minutes and 7 seconds, pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
And from there,
Neato.
I kind of just kept traveling. Went to Minnesota, to the Keys, Tennessee, North Georgia. I kind of caught the travel bug pretty bad.
Woo. I'm sure that was all self-funded first.
So the mission trip was so amazing, just getting to love on people and seeing how that, just changes, it impacts them and you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long I'll be here, but I'm glad you're here.
Me too.
I'm glad you're here for Dad. Because, Dad would be here by himself all the time, and I'd be out traveling, and I'm just like, Dad's home by himself this week. I wish... So I'm glad you're here.
I just can't tell you how good it has been to, spend some time with Dad and stuff. Because, when I left home, I left like that. I just packed my things and was out. Nobody was even there to say bye. And now it's I'm able to be here and finish my childhood.
Yes, you can have your childhood back and then properly move out one day with a hug.
Aww.
And everything.
I don't know. This is
such a wild ass fucking thing to say. This is really starting to look like Mariah had an experience that was scary or stressful or traumatic in some way and didn't have the resources to care for herself. And so she sort of flip-flopped on all of the things that she had said before, and or that there was an aspect of coercion from the family that fine, if you need support, you can move home, provided that you commit to being religious. We meant to talk about this on the pod last week, but we didn't get to it, or this week rather, but one of the things that Ethan tried to force Olivia to do was revert to Christianity, and I would not be surprised at all if Barry and Kim pulled a move out of the same playbook that fine, you can live with us, you can support or be supported by us, or Barry anyways, but you have to commit to being religious again, and my house, my rules kind of a thing. And so it seems like that is maybe more likely underlying motivation for Mariah doing this sudden 180 than anything. Dad was alone, and Kyle, the fact that Lydia was charged with being supportive of her father when the divorce was happening is just weird and gross. But now that she's shirking that weird and gross expectation onto her sister is even worse. Like, how about no? How about no one does this? How about Lydia is allowed to just feel not guilty for going and traveling like a normal person, maybe not the mission trip, but the other traveling, and Mariah doesn't have to feel responsible for caring for her father's emotional needs, especially after he participated in the tanking of his own marriage. Like, maybe let's just let Barry sit with his consequences, no? Don't y'all love that anyways? Don't y'all love to punish people for the choices they made? Like, let Barry have a turn. Boop, boop, boop. Dad has plenty of resources to get the help that he needs. Yes, exactly. And he chooses not to. He literally chooses not to. So I don't feel bad for him. Okay, let's keep going. 12 minutes, 20 seconds. Pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
It's just like a landing pad.
Wherever family is where home is.
And like, I had everything planned out, blah, blah, blah. I was going to do this and that and this and that. And then it all changed very fast. And now I'm like rethinking my future majorly. And now I'm wondering, do I want to go to college? Because it's really, do I pursue music or do I go to college?
I wonder which child's going to be the first to go to college. I've actually been thinking.
Or can't do both?
About that slightly lately.
Wait.
Not like
You've been thinking about going to college?
I've been thinking of a lot of things.
I do understand that. I definitely understand.
They're able to go to a
this last
public
year has
institution.
had so many opportunities for growth for me, and I'm just learning to embrace everything and not let the circumstances change me. I've been through a lot, some rough changes. Last year, I had mentioned that I was dating someone. He is amazing, just such an amazing man of God. It's sweeter than I could have asked for or thought of or dreamed of, and it's more beautiful than I could have imagined. That came to an end just recently. It hurts, but when it's not the right time, when it's not meant to be, then it's time to move on. I've been able to face a lot and
Oh, Christine, that's such a good point. Hold on, pause. I do feel bad that Lydia had her world kind of fucked up because in their family system, having a boyfriend is like the biggest deal. But Christine said she does not have the education to go to college without major remedial classes. They were not taught enough by their homeschooling mom. This is really true. This is also part of how Christian fundamentalist families and cultures and communities keep people marginalized, keep people stuck, because they separate them from all of the things that they would need to take care of themselves, right? Education being one of the primary ones, particularly the women. And so oftentimes because they lack an appropriate education because they were homeschooled. And when I say homeschooled, it's like, you know, you completed either like in the Duggar, like the IBLP world, you completed your little booklet that gives you instructions about how to oppress yourself. But even in the best of circumstances, it's like you completed a booklet with some really basic education. And then we did, you know, unschooling is what they're calling it now, by tending to the cattle or, you know, learning how to work an operational farm. And like, that's not an education that provides somebody the means to actually take care of themselves. Thanks. So that's a good point, that likely what she would end up doing at either of these people is going to a very obviously religious institution like Liberty College or Liberty University, that doesn't really teach them a whole lot. It's like one of the famous, or not famous, but like favorite fundy colleges because they don't really have a lot of actual education so much as it is just like a continuation of their poor homeschooling. Yeah, Captain Quesadilla, when people are homeschooled by parents who like care, and actually, you know, invest in a curriculum that provides them with the means to, you know, provide for themselves later, homeschooling is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just often like the quiverful, IBLP, very religiously oriented type of homeschooling that is like a problem. Also, sorry, I keep touching my face. I really feel like I have something in my eyeball, and it's driving me nuts. But it's fine. Okay, 14 minutes, 1 second. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Somewhat decently steady through it all. I have no doubt that that's because I still have my rock that I can stand on. That's Jesus. Okay. And whatever path I walk down, I just keep him first and let him lead me, and it's beautiful.
We could go to college together.
We could go to college together?
We could go get into debt together. What would you go to college for if you were gonna go?
I don't know, do they have a class to learn about yourself? I'm joking.
No, I'm okay. We'll wait till we're closer to the middle. There's so much B-roll music. B-roll music.
You think the bartender's hot? No. No? You don't like dark hair?
It's not that. It's just I'm pretty tall.
Okay, doesn't matter when the lights are off. I wanted to see your face reaction.
Oh, Olivia.
I am not much of a bar goer. I went one time with a group of friends in Tampa, and it was like my first girls' night out at this bar.
Cheers. Cheers, guys. Oh my God.
Oh, you are so welcome. Oh my goodness.
And it was fun to sin a little bit that night. And now being single, this chapter of my life is all about new experiences, so I guess today is just another one of those.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Jacob, I go by Jay.
Jackie. My name's Jackie.
Jackie. Where are you guys from?
She lives here.
I just moved here.
Where are you originally from?
Virginia.
How's Virginia? I've never been or even...
Virginia? Depends on where you go.
We grew up on a farm in the southwest corner of Virginia. So like very redneck.
Okay. I work at one of the bars out here. It's called 50 Shades of Rose, and almost...
Okay, hold on, pause. First of all, I know that this is kind of an immersion breaker, but I would be, Scout, I'd be willing to bet $1 million that the producers vetted these people and then sent them over, like one after the other on like a regular, this is like a speed dating kind of situation, except probably without the actual intent of dating. This is probably literally just to film them talking to men. Besides that, the talking head where they're clearly like done with their evening and they're wearing their little sweaters and stuff, I can't tell if they are just like not in the mood or if they're schmammered, because they look fucking hammered in that talking head. Lydia looks like she's barely holding on for dear life. Yes, Coda, that's why he's about to promote his bar. Also, 50 Shades of Rose sounds like a stupid name. Yes, little E. This season especially feels like 90% previously on and coming up on, and then B-roll shots with music and 10% actual interesting content. Yes, Christine, they'd have to get them to sign release forms because they can't just film random strangers. So, okay, 15:58, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
We've gone out before, like on a weekend, and where we go depends on where the shorter line is. Like you walk from place to place, you're like, I'm not standing in that line, so I'm going here.
You guys don't have to stand in the line though.
Because now we know you?
No, it's just because you guys are hot women.
Oh. I love a little bit of cheeky banter. Like, I love a little conversation.
Look at this. Lydia. Lydia's hammered, right? Yes, she looks like she's about to fall asleep. I feel like also Olivia is the type of drunk who just talks and talks and talks. Hi, Eric. And Lydia is the type who falls asleep. Okay. Out of context, greeting Eric that way, Lou, sounds crazy. Yeah, that's true. She's standing. Yeah. Okay, 16:16. Pressing play in 3. 3, 2, 1.
When I was married, I was like, wait, was that too much? Was that flirting? And the next time I'd be like, I'm not going to talk to them. And then I'd be like, I don't want to live life that way. You can have friendly banter with people.
Can I get you guys anything to drink?
What if we flip the tables and say, we'll get you a drink and we'll drink if you drink?
I'll do it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I think Olivia was definitely a little awkward with flirting, but I just feel like for being married for so long, you don't have that much experience.
I don't really like mind that I'm awkward. Growing up and not like having a dating phase, there's things that I want to learn to be more comfortable about when it comes to talking with guys and having conversations. But at the end of the day, I'm still always gonna be awkward. I'm still always gonna be dorky. It's just me. And that's okay. We used to get up at 7 a.m. every morning to go outside and milk the goats and cows.
Is it hard? I don't.
No, you basically start and you roll up the fingers. It's super easy.
You don't roll up, you roll down.
That's what I'm saying. Well,
You're going up.
I always roll up.
Well, you never really milked. That was my job.
I milked for a year. You don't remember that?
1 year? Yeah, I did it for 9 years.
Weird conversation.
It's a weird flex, but. Usually if a guy comes up to me to hit on me, I know within like 30 seconds if I'm interested or not.
Yeah,
These guys are not like guys I would date.
Thanks,
Adrian. No problem.
Nice to meet you.
Also that Lydia's, or not
There is
Lydia,
something
Olivia's sipping a
empowering
shot.
about buying a man a shot.
Really?
Yes. Because guys are like, I'll buy you a shot. And I'll be like, I'll buy you a shot. I also make money. I had fun, did you?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Really quick. First of all, I do just want to empower people to remember to not give your 76 cents back. If you're a person who is being impacted by the wage disparity in this world, in this country especially, the girl boss brand of feminism tried to gaslight us into thinking that like spending money and like we could go toe to toe with men and all of that was like empowerment. Like no. Let men buy you drinks. Let people spend all of their money on you and just keep taking the free drinks. Just keep taking them. Just keep taking them, keep taking them. And if you don't want to talk to that person ever again, don't. Thanks for the free drinks. Goodbye. This is a perfectly valid and like empowered way to be about the world. It is kind of funny. Yes, exactly, Samantha, get your bag. It is kind of funny, though, seeing somebody in, like, I don't know, video format who's working through unlearning all of these traditional values, almost like sort of walk through the cultural phases of empowerment that, yes, Gems, exactly. You can take that quote all the way to the press. But go through all these phases that people did on like a more chronological basis, right? Like the sort of like 2016 girl boss feminism part of things that Olivia is going through now, or I guess like at the time this was filmed, you know? It's interesting to watch that like social progression just happen at a really accelerated rate because so many people now culturally are having that perspective of like, no, I'm not buying men anything ever. No, we're not splitting the check. Like, you can buy me things, right? If I'm still being socially and politically oppressed, then you can pay for my food every time. You can pay for my drinks every time. Like, that's just the way that this is going to work. It feels good buying someone a drink, though, so I got to be the devil's advocate there. But not if there isn't a back and forth. No, Kyle, yes. And if it's fun for you, right, if you like that, that's fine. But please just know that it's totally okay and you're not being like a gold digger or like a lot of the, you know, judgment that we've internalized about that behavior. Like, you can let men buy you all the drinks and then leave. You don't owe them anything. You don't even owe them conversation. Just get your free drinks. My partner and I have a rule of whoever asks the other out pays, but random people, no thank you. Yes, exactly, Luthien. That's very different. Okay, 1742, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I feel like this is definitely more my scene, though, and it was fun bringing you along. If there's any super weirdos, I would have chased them out, but they're all freaks here, so you gotta make your choice.
Thank you very much, and enjoy Old Town.
Thank you.
You guys are both good. Have a night, y'all.
Your name is not Jackie.
I know, so back me up.
All right, Jackie.
Also, Olivia not knowing.
There they are.
It's been
See,
a while
coming up.
since-
And then we're going to watch the exact same footage.
This place looks
Really, really.
Oh, hold on.
These are different mountains than the Appalachians.
Okay, here we go. More music.
This looks like it's gonna be a good hike. Like,
The
these are
desert
different
does
mountains
really
than the
look like
Appalachians,
this,
but they
though.
still make you so happy.
Today is my last day here, and my time in Arizona has been quite fun. This place looks so beautiful.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
I
Denim
feel like
shorts.
my time with Lydia has been exactly what I needed. I'm really, really grateful for that.
The very first time I was ever in Arizona, I went to pee outside and I accidentally squatted on a cactus because it was dark out and I couldn't see where I was. So I literally just like sat down on a cactus. And what did that feel like? I got wrecked.
I just feel at peace
Never
with
sit on
life,
a
right? Like things are not perfect and I've got my share of frustrating stuff to deal with back in Minnesota. But even just this little hike kind of symbolizes what my life looks like now. I'm choosing to fill it with very positive things, positive people. I'm choosing to
I know, Allie, I was thinking that too.
Build a happy life for myself, and I just feel so at peace with where I am and what I'm filling my time with.
Lydia's also wearing
Look at the view. This is so beautiful here.
Birks though, so I don't think we're hiking.
Did you see yourself here a year ago?
No, I definitely did not.
A year ago, you were spending time with me in Minnesota. So much has changed since then.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think I would trade my past. Like, it's not easy, but
it definitely made you into who you are.
It did. And sometimes I think about the fact that if I can go through all of this and only have lived 25 years, then like I can make it through anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you could tell yourself one thing in a year, based off where you are, like right now, today, what would you tell yourself?
I think I would tell myself to not rush life. When you rush, you miss out on a lot of things that you're supposed to find or see or people you're supposed to meet. And
totally not
I think I just want to like take it slow, and what is supposed to happen will happen, and be open to whatever crosses my path, because that's probably what I need to learn or explore.
I thought I wanted a different life when I was 20. And
I mean, I think we all do,
in some ways it seems like a lifetime ago. And in some ways it seems like I was that kid last year.
Well, I guess one last final step in Minnesota, and then here's to more Arizona trips and hikes and all the good things that we're exploring and experiencing.
Okay, wait, chacos are different.
And making your own destiny.
They're strapped
LA
onto your
and beyond.
foot.
Yep.
Birks are just...
I have no idea what to expect when I go back to Minnesota. I just feel like Ethan's very unpredictable. All I know is I would really like to get this wrapped up. I don't want to have to keep traveling back to Minnesota to get that done. So, second time's the charm.
You want to stay for sunset?
Yes, Scout, exactly. Tacos aren't leather
yeah,
or
stay
fake
for sunset.
leather. And they're meant for hiking, no? I don't know if Birkenstocks are. Okay, Florida. And Micah's blowing bubbles in the back seat.
What the hell?
Sorry. I got some mucus in my
no reaction whatsoever.
Today's my last day in town before I go back to Minnesota. And if I want to see my little sisters, I have to go down to see my mom because of the custody, you know, 50-50 or whatever.
Or whatever. Totally no ire for Kim in that.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what that's like.
So what are we gonna do today? Play with the little girls? Catch up?
Yeah, are we doing anything specific with them, or are you
just stuck hanging out with them?
I'm sure they'll just want to show us all the things that they have to show us. I haven't been to...
Really quick, I am so weirded out and annoyed by the way that this family talks about the three youngest children. Because, yes, the oldest one, Amber, is the oldest one. She is like 12, 13 at this point. Like, none of the three youngest children are like babies. They talk about them in the way that somebody would talk about visiting dogs. It's just an odd way to speak about them. I know. Go visit the little girls. I don't like it. You're talking about clothes reminding me to recycle a ton of cardboard boxes. Oh, okay. Go recycling. Good for me. Yes. Well, yes. Also that. Why not call them my sisters, our sisters, going to see our sisters? Like, just the phrasing of it is odd. I know, she's like a teenager. She's not a little girl. And besides that, they're not like a contiguous unit. Like, they're individuals. They're people. I have a pair of Keen's hiking boots, and they are really nice. I'm not like a hiker, so I don't think I've ever owned like a pair of hiking boots. But to be fair, I don't think I've ever done a hike where I would need one. Or like, yeah, I need a pair of them. Yeah, the girls, but just the little girls is like really something. In my humble opinion, every live should include a cat cam. Thank you. I want you guys to know I have been trying so hard to get footage of Savannah in her kennel. My hair is like all in my mouth. I've been trying to get footage of Savannah in her kennel while she's healing because she has her little cone on and stuff right now. But the camera that we have, because we have like a baby monitor camera on her, and I can't get it to work on my computer. I can share it to like my phone and my iPad and all those things, but it's an app-based thing and I can't get it on my fucking computer and it's driving me nuts. So maybe if I can get some of the footage transferred, like the recordings transferred, we will have that next week. But also this week was kind of a disaster, so I just didn't have time. But I know, poor Savannah Banani, she's gonna be in the kennel for 6 months, so she'll probably ring in the new year, in her little octagon, we call it the infirmary, her little enclosure. So don't worry, we'll have plenty of time to say hello to the baby. Yeah, well, she's our baby. But also it makes me feel like I can go in my office and work because I can still keep an eye on her while I'm in there. I don't have to sit in the living room like 24/7. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, let's keep going. 22:27. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Mom spoke yet, so I don't know.
Ethan, when was the last time you saw Mom?
I don't know. I think the last time I saw my mom was probably about 2 years ago. In the past, I was hesitant to see my mom because there was so much drama around her and Olivia, and it was just
drama.
A headache.
You two have made it very clear that you do not accept Olivia. You both know if you can't accept her, then you don't get me either.
But now, you know, with me and Olivia getting a divorce, Olivia's out of the picture now. I don't know. Just made me like reflect on decisions. I would like to have a normal relationship with my mom to the extent that she is capable of, I guess. So my mom is a little bit different. My mom's not like other moms that I've known. She was never very affectionate, you know, so it's not like the normal motherly type. It's just not really her.
But for sure, the reason that Ethan doesn't have a relationship with his mother is all Olivia. It's all Olivia being a terrible person. Like, he just admitted on camera that his mom is not an affectionate person. And he said last season, whatever, that part of his beef with his mother was that she treated him in ways that he didn't agree with and that she parented them in ways that he didn't agree with. Like, there's a whole sit-down conversation where he says, essentially, he would be in this situation with Olivia if his parents had not parented him and his siblings in a way that didn't allow them to, like, date normally, for example. That he had a big issue with the way that they, like, were really imposing on him and his siblings growing up. But for sure, it's all Olivia. Now that you and Olivia are getting a divorce, it's totally fine. No, yeah, you're nothing wrong with your mom at all. Even though you just admitted in the same sentence that there's something wrong with your mom. Like, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to say that out loud either. Again, if you've been taught that you have a specific role, you're not a person, you're a mother. Yeah, Kyle, very true. Okay, let's keep going. 23 minutes and 40 seconds, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Mariah, Micah, and Ethan are coming over today, which is exciting. But at the same time, I do feel a little nervous and on edge It's been a while since I've seen Ethan, and I think I'm just gun shy from the last few times that we've talked, and it's not gone well.
You and Dad had pretty much told us that you don't start dating someone if you're not going to marry them. The environment that we grew up in literally bred somebody that would go straight to like the first person that you had like a mutual feeling for it, and it was never taught to any of us that there was another way. Like, do you have any remorse for any of that?
Things were not on good terms then. And then there was the credit card story that Olivia told, which made everything worse.
Stories.
So honest.
But again, we're painting a picture now that because Ethan and Olivia are divorced, that Ethan is allowed to have a relationship with his mother. Even though we have literal photo, not photo, video evidence that that's not the case. Okay. 24 minutes and 56 seconds, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I was a little surprised to hear that he's coming down to visit me. I'm hopeful that we're past all the drama, but Ethan can be unpredictable. He can be emotional. He can have something stewing on the inside that he's upset about that you don't know about, and then he can just surprise you with it. So I'm a little bit nervous.
Ooh, yes. Okay, hold on, pause. For those of you who don't understand or don't know what the credit card story is, the long and short of it is that Ethan and Olivia got married when they were very young. I think they were like 20, 21, right? And because they got married in this like very religious context, they weren't really allowed to be alone or communicate. It was very like, you know, Duggar style wedding. So there wasn't necessarily like a long get to know you process, right? So once they got married, that's when they're allowed to be alone and actually talk to each other and like have conversations in private and all of these things. So Olivia disclosed on camera last season, the season before, that when they got married and were able to have conversations alone, she realized that Ethan did not have control over his own credit card account. Essentially, what was happening is that Kim, Ethan's mom, had the login information, the password for his credit card. And she was charging stuff to Ethan's credit card under his credit score for her MLM. She was part of Young Living, Essential Oils. So she recruited Ethan to be part of her downline, and was charging his products to his credit card, which the MLM guidelines specifically say that you are not allowed to do this, by the way. Even by the MLM's own terrible standards, you're not supposed to do this. But so she was charging this stuff to Ethan's credit card, and Olivia asked Ethan, do you want this? And he was like, no. And she was like, great, stop ordering it, or like change your password. And he was like, I can't, I don't know how, I don't have the password. He didn't have the password to his own account. So Olivia reached out to Kim, Ethan's mom, and said, hey, I need the password for the account, and then changed it on her. And so when Kim realized what had happened, she called and was very angry and all upset, and they met to try to talk about it. And in having this conversation, Kim stormed out all angry and, you know, whatever. And apparently, supposedly, this is the, I don't know, interaction in which Kim and Barry started accusing Olivia of like having the devil in her, right? So that's kind of the crux of this disagreement between Olivia and Kim. And from that point forward, apparently there was a lot of tension, obviously. And that is the, I don't know, primary beef for Olivia, especially because Olivia discloses that she has a really bad relationship with her own mother, and Kim served as kind of like a second mom to her. She was very accepting, very loving, very kind. And after this infraction, Kim was really cold. And so Olivia felt like she was getting abandoned by her mom all over again. It was very traumatic for her because it was like she didn't have a good relationship with her mom because, you know, family stuff. And then because she was no longer like abiding by what Kim wanted, then Kim abandoned her. And so it was like really traumatic for her, on top of the fact that this is just like a fucked up thing. It's also illegal, by the way. That's literally illegal. You're not allowed to do that. Ethan was over 18 at the time, which, you know, so he wasn't a minor, but you're using another adult's credit card then, which makes it kind of worse in a different way. So yeah, that's the credit card thing. Kim emphatically denies that this was the case. She states that she and Ethan had a business agreement because Ethan liked using the products, and they had a business agreement where Kim was then giving him a cut of whatever she made. And so basically she was just like doing like the clerical work is kind of how she tries to, you know, characterize it. And that Ethan was making money, like he was making money from his mom doing this for her or for him. And, you know, Olivia just like butted her head in and lied. She made up these bold-faced lies is what the family stance is. So Mariah, Micah, Isaac, Lydia, I think all the adult kids put up this post on Instagram at the time that these stories went, you know, live, I guess, on TV. They put up these Instagram posts saying that they could no longer deal with the way that Olivia was dividing their family and and so that was the source of the beef between Olivia and Mariah. That's why they, you know, sort of separated and were no longer in contact with one another, because Mariah got baptized and went home and this whole thing. And so that created this pretty big rift in between Ethan and Olivia and the Plath family. I saw that Mariah deleted that. Yeah, I saw somebody talking about that. Yeah, how dare you stop me from financially abusing my son? Pretty much. Kim being Kim, denial, accusation, reverse victim and offender. Yeah, pretty Darvo incarnate. I worked in fraud remediation for 6 years, and this shit happens all the time. And it's hard to sort out. Oh God, that's awful. The financial abuse of your own children is just something that is, I don't relate to that. Yeah, it is very culty, Julie. It's definitely that. Yes, Snothman. She's calling out my illegal behavior. That's the Jezebel spirit. Definitely that. Okay, so that's what Kim is referring to when she says the credit card stories, even though Ethan has also corroborated this. Ethan, in that season, said that's true. Like, he backed Olivia up for all of the things that Ethan did wrong in their marriage. He did say, like, no, she's not a liar. No, she did not make this up. And y'all are being weird about this. Okay, 25 minutes and 25 seconds pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
There they are.
Yeah, that's also why this whole Ethan's now friends with his family thing gets even weirder.
Those three musketeers.
Well, I guess we just don't care about that anymore. Ethan just said,
I know it's been years since Ethan and my mom were able to stand each other. So I have no idea really what to expect. Pretty sure Ethan's gonna wanna, you know, take it slow. But mom is still his mom, and that's never gonna change. And she loves him unconditionally, and he should do the same.
Honestly, Kira, I don't know. I think as far as like trauma is concerned, it absolutely has the capacity to be traumatic. As far as like defining abuse, I think it would be up to the individual person and the circumstances there.
Oh, good.
It's a dirty coffee. Like a dirty coffee cup. Okay, yeah.
Amber.
Hi, Mercy. How are you?
Good.
Good, how are you?
This is like a really big deal. Okay. We're fast forwarding through all of this. Here we go.
I'm excited to hang out with my older children. But as far as Ethan and I kind of have low expectations right now because things have been so rocky for so long.
Let's watch this again. Oh. This show is really reaching for footage. Like, you can tell that nothing interesting happened.
I brought you something, Mom.
Yeah.
Little housewarming gift.
Oh.
Hey, it might be used.
Okay.
It's a dirty coffee.
Like a dirty coffee cup. Okay, yeah.
Just in case you didn't catch that, Micah brought his mother a dirty coffee cup as a housewarming gift. So, I don't know what that's about. 27:34, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Amber.
Hi, Mercy.
How are you?
Good.
Getting good. How are you?
Good. I got it.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Hi, Fawn. Thanks for coming.
I was hopeful that Ethan and I might rekindle a real relationship, and that was confirmed when he got out of the truck and he gave me a hug. I wanted to be there and be available if he wanted to shake my hand or just wave hi. But he put his arms out and he hugged me. I've been waiting for that for a long time.
Like, be so fucking for real, TLC. Yes, Samantha,
without saying
exactly.
anything, it was letting me know that it's gonna be okay and that he's back as my son. You wanna see the boat?
Huh? Where? This is classic emotionally immature parent and like parents who have a really inappropriate understanding of boundaries and communication also, because the like, oh, well, he was telling me. No, he wasn't. No, he did not. He did not tell you that. He did not actually tell you that, and you are making this up in your mind. This is why it's so incredibly important for families especially to get comfortable with communicating like expressly, because listen to what Ethan says. And I know, in the dramatic music and the slow-mo, like just ugh. Okay, 28:35.
Sure.
Yeah.
I gave my mom a hug, and she was a little bit emotional about that, just because she hasn't seen me in a long time. She probably misses me. And there's just so much involved around that, whereas before, like with me and Olivia, that wouldn't have been something that would have happened, which is crazy to say, but it's the truth. I guess the only like upside to me and Olivia not being together anymore is I can navigate my relationships with people as I see fit. I don't have to take anyone else into consideration now. I want to meet my mom where she's at, and I don't want to give her a hard time without cause, you know. And I feel like I've done that in the past, and that was, you know, I wish that I had not let things get under my skin like they did for no reason.
Okay, so you can either...
This is, again, we talked about this in the, like, you know, main channel, like the edited main channel video about the Plath family, but this is family dysfunction just, like, served up on a platter. The, you know, I don't want to give her a hard time without cause thing is placing your parents' emotions above your need for boundaries and above your desire to feel respected and your desire to feel heard. The misunderstanding here is also like really indicative of a family unit that seems to revolve around the emotions and the fragile ego of one of the parents, particularly Kim, but also Barry at times, which is not healthy. But then to use Olivia as this scapegoat of like, you know, I don't have to take anybody else into consideration in my relationships with my family, just screams like no one is holding me accountable for the contradictory statements that I'm making in private versus the way that I behave with my parents publicly. And that makes me less anxious because I now don't have to confront the fact that I am thinking and feeling one way but behaving a different way because I struggle with feeling okay and safe enough to confront the family status quo, and that's very convenient for me, which again is like really casting Olivia as like the scapegoat here, when the truth is that she was just okay to say out loud what everybody else knew and felt and also thought, but again lacked the courage or ability to feel safe to say out loud. This is not Olivia's fault. This is literally just Ethan sort of slipping back into this family dysfunction because it's difficult to break out of those family norms. It's really, really hard and scary. Honestly, it can be scary and traumatic to do that. Okay, 29 minutes and 30 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Leave your shoes on or take them off. Basically, if it falls in the water, it's gone, so.
No, they float.
Well, okay.
Have you fallen in yet, Mom?
I have not. None of us have fallen in yet.
Oh, also, sorry. When I say main channel, I mean like the main videos on the channel. We have one channel. When I say main channel, I mean like the main channel videos, not the main channel videos. I hope that that makes sense. The videos that go up on Saturday are our main videos on the channel, and live streams and the podcasts are like extra stuff. I hope that that clarifies. Okay. 29:45. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
This is your home?
Yeah. This is my, well, there's more to it. It's not just this.
You said this is your home?
Yeah.
Looking at the boat, I think we're all thinking the same thing, but none of us are actually saying it.
How far do you have to go to the bathroom?
The boat doesn't run.
How far do you have to go to shower?
Do the lights work?
Do you jump in here? And that water looks kind of brown.
Like, how does this even work?
How long have you had this?
Few weeks.
No.
And does it run?
It hasn't run in like a year. I haven't done anything with running it or starting it or anything like that.
My mom went from her and my dad and all these kids in this house
Who wants to see the inside?
I want to see the inside. Do you?
to split, and then she's on the boat, and that's like home now.
Oh, I like it.
And the boat doesn't even run, so she can't like get out on the water. She's just stuck in a dock.
There's a
Why
little
did she get a
galley
boat?
here, a little fridge.
I don't understand.
I guess all I can say is just things are different now.
Well, what's in there?
Well, there's more of the tour.
This is the master bedroom.
I think I'm gonna buy myself a boat. Me and Blackjack are gonna go sailing off into no man's land.
My mom's definitely a free spirit. She's definitely a I really don't care type of person, and that's one of the things that I love the most about my mom, honestly.
Don't you want to get on a kayak and go see where that goes?
You can just go swim and see where it goes.
Oh. Allie said PSA, it's dangerous to swim at marinas because the water could be electrified. Did not know that. Duly noted. And even more annoying then that Kim bought a houseboat because the supposed reason that she did this is so her kids can be close to nature and, you know, all this stuff, close to the water, whatever. But I don't think we should be doing any of that. Okay, this is a good point. We probably should have stopped earlier, but we're going to take a bio break real quick. It's not 31:30. It's 2:02. So whatever hour it is for you in 2 minutes, in 10 minutes, we'll be back. It's 2:03 now. So at 2:13, we will be back. Go take care of your bodies. Go to the bathroom, get something to drink, maybe have a snack. And we'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, see you soon. My bad. Sorry. Hello. Still muted on Discord. Whoops. I thought I changed it. Maybe I didn't. Well, hello anyways. Thanks for your patience while I... Wait, still? Surely you can hear me now. Okay, great. All I said is that I changed into my hoodie for the vibes. And thanks for your patience because I had donut, and peanut in my teeth. Do you have any book recommendations for emotional processing? My kid's husband and myself are all autistic, and that's definitely one of our biggest struggles. So I can't think of anything off the top of my head that is going to be autism specific. As far as emotional processing is concerned, let me think. I wish I had my bookshelf here. I don't know if I have books necessarily that I would recommend. Lou, no, because it's not like a thing in my eye. My eye's just being fucking weird. That's why I said no earlier. My eye's just fucked up. Yeah, I don't know if I would recommend any book in particular. Hold on. Let me look. Oops, that's the wrong tab. Do you guys want to play a fun game where you guess how many tabs I have open? Because the answer might surprise you. Please stop that. Oh my God, Joe, so rude. Joe said 420. Okay, 50, 27, 37, 420, blaze it. 69. Okay, 72 on the YouTube chat. 23. 93. Yeah, 72, 16, 14. Okay, some of you might be surprised. I only have 28 tabs open. Inactive tabs included. Inactive tabs included. It's only 28. Good for me, huh? 550. There was a point at which I had more than 100 open, but I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to be better about it. I know. Yeah, that's nothing. I think, Captain Kissy, I guessed 23. Good guess. I'm a tab queen too. I just like to have all the things open, okay? All right, let me look through these. Do I have any of these on my bookshelf? Hold on. Let me look at... I do think I might have a recommendation for you, actually. Hold, please. Waiting for Google to load. I wish that people's websites were easier to navigate. You win by Price is Right rules. Price is Right rules. Let me see. Okay, I know that's boundary specific. Okay, no, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. If I do, I will add it to the Amazon storefront. It's always linked in the descriptions, but generally speaking, I think the thing too is that, oh wait, did Jamie win? Hold on. I think the thing is that because it's so specific, you're probably better served by looking into things about coping strategies. So any good resources about coping strategies specifically. I do know, what is her name? Tiffany. Oh God, I cannot remember her name. I used to follow her on Instagram. Oh, Jamie guessed 27. Nice. Who is the therapist I'm thinking of? Oh, I hate when this happens. Hold on. We're searching. We're searching Instagram. No, not Tiffany Haddish. Different Tiffany. Tiffany therapist. Hold on. She does a lot of ADHD related stuff now, but Tiffany Rowe. Woo! Tiffany Rowe. back in the day, did a lot of work around coping strategies. And so that might be a good place to explore, because that is pretty directly related to like emotional processing and all of those types of things. Yeah, Tiffany Rowe. I don't know if Tiffany Rowe has written a book, but generally speaking, Tiffany Rowe has some good resources in terms of like products and also just like strategies for free on the internet to look into. Y'all, this chair is so short. Hold on. I wonder if I can make it taller. Nope, that's as tall as she goes. Okay, well, we'll just like really sit up straight. Okay. Doop. Is there anything else? Other Minds, The Octopus, the Sea, and the Deep Origins of Consciousness. Book by Peter Godfrey Smith. Oh, okay. What if I close the thing and my brain forgets it exists? Yes, exactly. And what if I will need it later probably, and so I'll just leave it there, and then I'll open a new tab so that I can just, you see? Yes. Yes, that's what tabs are for. That's the point of them. That's literally the point of having multiple tabs. Get yourself a phone book. I will not. It talks about how cephalopods are actually more intelligent than most life forms we meet. Oh, that's terrifying. I hate that, Kyle. I hate that so much. Tabs or spaces? Wait, what do you mean? Like windows? Because I'll always choose tabs. I just closed 234 tabs on my phone this week. Sometimes I do get overwhelmed and I'm just like, close all. And we start fresh. But, you know, it's fine. Okay, are we ready to get back into the show? We're at 31 minutes and 30 seconds. Can't wait to listen to all of this mess. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Is it weird seeing Mom?
Kind of.
Mom's definitely changed a lot. She's a very unique person, but I've really grown to appreciate a lot about her.
I guess I'm just looking at it going like, change from, where she was 3 years ago to where she is today. I mean, I hope she's happy.
Yeah.
I hope she's better for it.
And there was a lot of things that I was frustrated with Mom about, and like, it took a long time for me to adjust to it. But something that I didn't realize was as easy to do that I now really appreciate is that she doesn't really get her feelings hurt. Like, she's kind of...
Is that because she doesn't know how to really feel stuff?
Maybe?
Also, what are spaces? I don't understand.
The reason why I asked is because, well, I kind of feel the same way. Like, I don't really get too hurt about stuff, but at the same time, I don't really feel much. To me, being able to be 100% vulnerable is very difficult. And I couldn't with Olivia because things would turn into a fight, and that's why there was so much resentment on my end that built up. And that takes years for me to eventually get to a breaking point. And then once I do...
Hold on. I'm distracted. I know, doesn't get her feelings hurt my ass. But also, you mean like you literally just write shit in the search bar? Like, space? Space? That's what spaces means? Hold on, we're Googling this. I did not listen to a single word that Ethan said because I was distracted. Oh, it's a coding thing. Got it. When you're writing code or other things to indent, some people use tabs, others use spaces. It's a whole thing. I was like so confused. Okay. Yeah, I've never written code, so I wouldn't know, but fair enough. I feel like tab makes sense, no? Because how else would you delineate? It's like meant to be separate, no? That feels fair. Okay, sorry. We're going to rewind a little bit because I was not listening at all. Yeah, exactly. Okay. We're just going to rewind by like this much. Yeah. Captain KCD 100%. That was the vibe. Okay. 3206. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Long time for me to adjust to it was something that I didn't realize was as easy to do that I now really appreciate, is that she doesn't really get her feelings hurt. Like, she's kind of...
Is that because she doesn't know how to really feel stuff?
Maybe?
The reason why I asked is because...
Such a question.
Well, I kind of feel the same way. Like, I don't really get too hurt about stuff, but at the same time, I don't really feel much.
Okay, first of all, I don't think Ethan feels very much generally, which, I think that's correct in the sense that he seems to be doing a lot of, like, repressing of his emotions. But also, the, like, she doesn't really get her feelings hurt thing, don't buy that. Don't buy that at all. She literally cut Olivia out of her life for hurting her feelings and separating her from, the ability to do fraud. On top of that, Ethan asking this question is so, like, running face first into the point and still missing it territory, because him being like, oh, well, she doesn't really, maybe she doesn't feel a lot, and so that's why she doesn't get her feelings hurt by things, because I do that. Yes. And so did we want to do something about that, or no? We're just gonna, okay. Just gonna keep that one, like, hello? That's one of the reasons that your marriage fell apart, sir, is that you lack the emotional intelligence and capacity to really engage with emotionally intimate and deep conversations, which created a vast, like, a valley between you and your wife. So just the like, commitment to carrying on generational trauma is something that is fascinating to me. Hold on. What are y'all talking about in Discord? I trained myself out of double spacing between sentences. Wait, why? I double space all the time. Yeah, but I mean, also on, like, an iPhone, if you just double space, then it puts the period for you. So you just do it, and then you don't have to find a period. That's way easier, no? Yeah, no, double space is the move. Because I'm not searching for a new button. I can barely hit the buttons that I need to hit for, like, the letters reliably. I'm not searching for another one. Back in my day. Yeah, no. Exactly, extra steps, no thank you. Yes. I have, like, a problem, actually, with it. It's a formatting thing. People that do period and then double space and then need to join us in a century. No, but if you just... Hold on, let me type something in Discord. Well, but it won't work in Discord, though. Will it? Yeah, no, it doesn't work in Discord. I think it works in Microsoft Word, though. It doesn't matter. Anyways, let's keep going. 32 minutes and 34 seconds. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
To me, being able to be 100% vulnerable is very difficult. And I couldn't with Olivia because things would turn into a fight, and that's why there was so much resentment on my end that built up. And that takes years for me to eventually get to a breaking point. And
oh, whoops, that's not what I meant to do. The fact that he said that's why I was not able to be vulnerable with Olivia. Like, no, like this, because she would get mad. No, Ethan, she would get mad because you were not being vulnerable. This is the thing when people, especially, this is like a common issue in cishet relationships where the statement is like, oh, I can't be vulnerable because she'll always get mad. And like, no, actually it's that she's mad because you're not being vulnerable. Or like, oh, I have to lie. I can't tell her things because she'll blow up at me. And like, yes, she lies, or she is mad at you when you lie because she finds out that you lied and then she blows up at you. Not that we're the order of those things is backwards, my son. That's not how it works. We're confused and lost, and this is not fair for you to put the fault with Olivia about the fact that you struggle to be vulnerable, but then also that you have resentment that built up over the course of years that you, A, didn't process, B, didn't communicate, and C, did nothing to interrupt this process of like continuing to build the resentment. Like you at every step of this journey made choices that actively made it worse, but then you're turning around and blaming it on your spouse. Like that is nonsensical. And I can understand why Olivia would feel like, I don't know how to talk to you, man, because like this is so ass backwards. But he's like really committed to this. Yes, you're right, Morgan. It is very weaponized incompetence vibes. You're correct. It really does seem like he is so committed to being quote unquote bad at this that he can either force someone to do the emotional heavy lifting for him or just insist that his partner be okay with him having all manner of unresolved emotional conflicts that he occasionally explodes about, and then we just go round and round and round and round. And like, no, that's not something that's an okay ask. That's really tiptoeing the line of abuse, honestly, in my opinion. The double space thing. Discord, I want you to know, Discord is having a fit about the double space debate. As old side to transition. Okay, on mobile, but double space used to be the way that you typed in Word before they updated their word processing. Oh. Okay, well, maybe I'm just old. I don't know. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. The way my YouTube app just crashed and now I have to watch ads. No, little E, I'm so sorry. Okay. I don't know how to do emotions. You got to do it for me. Yes, but also that's very normal in this super repressed religious community. Men are punished, sometimes literally, for having emotions. And so it's the woman's job to intuit what his feelings are and to meet his needs before he has to voice them. Because if he has to voice that he has needs, girly, gay, like that's not allowed. Obviously, that's a terrible thing. And so just don't. And the women's job becomes be a mind reader, be an emotional, intuitive, what is the word I'm looking for? Intuitive? I don't know what word I'm looking for, but you get it. And just do all the emotional heavy lifting for your partner. And like, no, that's not fair or healthy. And it's not a thing that a lot of people want to do either. We're talking about pressing space twice after a period at the end of a sentence, not line spacing. Got it. Okay. YouTube said you haven't watched enough ads today. Okay, anyways, let's keep going. 32:54, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Once I do reach that point, it's too late. So in the future, I will have to be vulnerable with certain people.
You think?
It also nip things in the bud for myself before they get out of control.
What else do you guys want to do before we leave?
Shocking insight, Ethan. Thanks.
So, I know you met Ken like one time a long time ago, but I mean his place isn't far from here. We could go hang out there for a while. We could play pool and stuff like that.
Hold on. I want to really ground us in this moment. I want to really make sure that everyone noticed this moment, which is that literally at best a few hours ago, more likely a few minutes ago, but less than an hour, maybe an hour ago, Ethan hugged his mom for the first time in a really long time, long enough to make Kim cry, right? And so we are so very much in the early stages of reconnecting, right? Of like having contact. And Kim said, this is an excellent opportunity for me to say, since you barely want to talk to and or tolerate me, I'm going to push my boyfriend onto you. The boyfriend that used to be your brother's flight teacher and that I hooked up with a few weeks after your dad and I announced that we're getting divorced. What? Like, this is a boundaries nightmare. This is a boundaries nightmare. Kim well and truly has lost the plot. Her kids that she hasn't seen in ages, and now she's like, hey, let's all go see my boyfriend. Yes. Correct. Yeah. Like, this is not at all the way. This, I think, is just really revealing in the way that like Kim operates. It's just like a more. Like, it's never enough for her. But definitely. Ethan's voice is very flat all the time. Yes, you're correct. I didn't realize the boyfriend was connected already. Yeah, the boyfriend, she met him because Isaac, the son that used to take flight lessons with Ken is his name, owned a plane that Isaac wanted to buy. And so Kim handled the financials of that and whatever. That's how they met. So, yeah. If this isn't illuminating about the type of relationship that all the kids probably have with Kim, I don't know what is. Yeah, little E. She thinks she gets to dictate all the boundaries once one of them is relaxed. But I think also this is just very, like, classic emotionally immature parent, which is, like, no nuance, not reading the room. And also it seems like a genuine fundamental misunderstanding of why boundaries are put in place in the first place and how to, like, proceed forward after somebody set a boundary with you, right? Like, Ethan coming back to her seems like, oh, it's all better now. It's all great. It's all fine. Everything's great. Now that we have this one thing, things are basically better. And so let's go hang out with your new daddy, Ethan. And like, no, Kim, this is wild behavior. Okay. 33:28, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
Well, I guess we can go maybe another time to Ken's or whatever.
See, also the way that Ethan responds, this is not an outright no. This is not a, like, no, I'm not comfortable with that. Or like, It's not even just a no or a like, not today. This is a, well, yeah, we can go another time, though. I have to go. Like, we can't, he has to like soft launch the no by starting the sentence with agreeing with her. This is like so very much what it's like to have a parent who continually overreaches and overreaches and overreaches with the boundaries. Okay, hold on. There's something about Ethan's eternally flat voice that just screams immaturity to me, and I don't know what it is. Well, I think it's more so, it's not necessarily immaturity so much as it is potentially like a flat affect. Like a lack of emotional vacillation, right? This is common in households where people are punished for having emotions, particularly households where you're punished for having emotions because those emotions become either direct attack on your like fragile parent, or are seen as like, talking back or being combative, right? It's possible that he developed this sort of flat affect as a response to like, I don't want to get yelled at, right? It's also possible that he just talks this way. I do think that's important to note, especially like as an autistic person who's continuing to unmask. Sometimes like I'll watch footage back of myself and I'm like, bitch, hello. Like, who were you talking to? And like, why did you have that face and that inflection? Sometimes that just happens also. Like sometimes, and like in a non-autistic context, sometimes people just have a flat voice too. So it could be either, it's really hard to know without like more foundational information about his childhood. But I do just want to be clear that like, sometimes for neurodivergent reasons, sometimes for just no reason at all, and sometimes for trauma reasons, people can have this sort of flat intonation to their voice. Yeah, Dill. Yes. Soft launch is the no. Yes, because that's exactly what it is. Yeah. Captain Quesadilla in Discord said he's used to softening every blow, and that's very much what it is, because even just setting a boundary for yourself is seen as like a blow to your parent, right? Which is a problem. This is, again, I think revealing potentially about the way that their family dynamics are. Okay, 33:36, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
But not today.
See how his voice got quieter towards the end too? And then
up for meeting Ken.
And I know my siblings are in a different place than I am because they're there and it's happening around them. But me coming from the outside, not having seen my mom in a long time, it's just way too much too soon. Like the thought of meeting Ken.
That ain't gonna be anybody I have a close relationship, I don't think. It's not my dad, not my second dad, not my stepdaddy.
I'm kind of itchy to get back on the road.
Yeah, your trip's coming to an end. We should pack as much as we can in.
I have a suspicion that his affect around his family has a lot more to do with trying to tread lightly, because in his talking heads, he does seem to have more emotion. But in speaking with his parents especially, there is a much more like sort of straight and narrow kind of, you know, way about him. Okay, 3417, pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I would say it's a little early to say, oh, everything's cohesive and we're all together now.
Okay, but then why did you just do that, Kim?
There's a whole bunch of things I'd love to talk to Ethan about, but I also know where he's at right now. It was enough for me that he reached out today and hugged me.
I'll see
Crying
you.
with no tears.
Okay, you know you can call me anytime.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm suspicious of her to be kind.
He's about to wake the whole house up.
No, we don't need to watch the coming up because we're just going to watch it.
So it's your last night here. I know it was like a whirlwind tour, right? You're here one day, gone the next.
Yeah.
Micah thinks it's great, but he's having a hard time verbalizing how he feels because he's in the land of, I am just exhausted.
Yeah.
But it's been great to spend some time together and to hear where you're at.
It's been good to see everybody, and I've enjoyed my time back home. I enjoyed my time with my mom and my little sisters. It was a lot of fun going to the gym with my brothers and my dad.
You gonna come back?
Yeah.
Say you'll come back?
I'm not sure when the next time I'll be
See
back
how,
is.
again,
Well, we'll
Be
take
back.
it. We'll play that by ear.
see how Barry said, yeah, well, you know, we're looking forward to seeing you come back. Say you'll come back. And it's like sort of a joke, but it's like not a joke though. Again, I think it's important to just illuminate how from the outside, this is like a, ha ha ha, you know, you're like taking something too seriously. It's not that deep, but this is a way that coercive norms get shrouded, get hidden in plain sight in family systems that are dysfunctional and problematic and have a really hard time with boundaries. Like this is one of those things where, you know, people say like, oh, your parents are so cool. And then you're like, yeah, sure, right? Because they say these things in a way that seems like, oh, you know, they're just playing around. And like, no, he's not. I don't think he's playing around at all. I think there's going to be some judgment or passive aggression or pot shots or pissy ass fucking phone calls or text messages if people don't communicate in the way that they are supposed to, right? If they don't just acquiesce. And again, Ethan avoided the question, right? He didn't outright be like, nah, you know, whatever. He said, well, we'll see. It's always the we'll see. It's never an outright no or a like, I'll let you know. You know, it can't be like a clear, emphatic statement. It has to be like a skirting, you know, around the bush. Okay. 3555, pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Okay, never mind. Pressing play now.
Ethan, we should just all move back here.
Every time
Allie,
I come
yeah.
back home,
Those
everybody's
snoring sounds
growing
are
up and busy, and Isaac's doing stuff with his plane. Lydia's doing whatever she's doing. The little girls are growing up and doing jiu-jitsu or whatever, and, you know, it's like, it's a lot of changes.
Who wants to get guitars and sing? Does anybody want to?
Anyone want to join?
Totally not
Or is it
prompted
just
by the
Mariah?
producer.
I think that'd be a negative here.
I'll listen.
Oh God.
Yes, Jamie, exactly. He
I
could
know,
have just
and
said,
you know
I
what
hope
I
you feel
play.
welcome.
I only
okay.
play the radio.
But he didn't.
It's Ethan's last night here, which is really sad, but Mariah and I are going up to Minnesota, so I'll be seeing him soon.
Don't know if it's tuned.
Those are strings.
Unfortunately, Micah and Isaac are barely conscious. I don't know what's going on with them, but the boys are out of it.
I'm sure if you sat up
Lydia, no, he's tried. He's like,
tried.
he's fatigued.
I'm like a Tesla on 1%.
Should I try to sing a song to encourage all you guys or something?
Sing me a song. Let's pass the guitar.
Let's see.
Pass the guitar.
Hi, Katie. Thanks for coming to the
Lydia's
stream.
about to wake the whole house up.
I see. Honestly, we're gonna mute this for your comfort, for my comfort, and for copyright reasons. So, Lydia is singing a song, and she does her best, and really, that is all that matters. I think that'll be a negative here. Morgan. Yeah, no, that's okay. I want to eat my peanuts, but it's fine. Oh.
Lids. Right? I mean, they must have been really interesting, because he was checking them out pretty intensely.
See again the passive aggression here. Micah's not awake and Micah's not participating in the forced happy family fun time. And so therefore Micah's going to get made fun of. This is what it looks like to grow up in a family that coerces your cooperation rather than asks for it kindly. Okay. More singing. More singing.
It's good to see you again. Oh, yeah. You can call me at any time. Just.
Great.
I apologize, but I gotta get this.
All right, good night, y'all.
Okay.
If you're leaving early in the morning, you can wake me up because I'll get to bed early.
Good to see you. Sounds good. Good to see you.
Those guys are tired. Whatever. Ethan, do you want to play?
But also, I'm really curious, what time is it at this point? Is it late in the evening? Or, what's going on here, Especially because 2 people now have, tapped out. And also, is this the same day that they all went to the gym? And so, of course they're fucking exhausted then? I don't know. I'm very curious about this whole thing. Okay, 38, 35. I'm gonna mute it though, because it doesn't matter. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1.
I don't know. This is the first song that I wrote shortly after me and Olivia split up. So it's like a depressing song, but it made me feel a lot better. Anyways, here it is.
Oh, no. Hold on. Close the captions. Okay. This is the song that Ethan was singing before. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. All right. We're muting it again for your comfort, for my comfort, and for copyright reasons. But I do have the subtitles on. I'm sorry I haven't had them on up to this point. But subtitles, here we go. Pressing play in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, when you trust someone, it gets you killed. When you love someone, they'll hurt you still. Living a life that's real gets you hated. Lord, sometimes it seems to me in life, you just can't win. Tell me that you're a Trumper without telling me.
As soon as I started playing, I started feeling better. Well, the pain.
No. Okay, yeah, the pain a man can face. You can see the sorrow in my face. Troubles in life to me are just a given. Lord, sometimes I wish that I wasn't still living. Okay.
Years. I know that's really hard for him, to open up like that. And so seeing him be able to do that in a song, that makes me happy. I mean, it's sad that that's how he feels, but it's good that he's able to express that in some way.
Okay, so we're gonna rewind here. Do take care of yourselves. We're gonna have a brief and non-graphic discussion about a desire to cease being alive. But I want to touch on this because the way this family handles this disclosure is really troubling to me. I know that people disclose all number of things through art and creativity that might not be necessary for us to take literally, right? But if a loved one or a family member discloses things like this to you, do know that there are real and actionable things that we can do and say to support that family member without being like finger pointy or without making like a big deal out of it, right? Generally speaking, best practices are to just kindly and politely ask the question, like, oh, I don't want to get not copyrighted, censored, but stop, Christine. Christine said, so proud of shaming Mickey out of using the word fingering. Rude. Generally speaking, the best practice when someone discloses something like this, though, is to kindly and without any judgment or like preconceived notions about it, just ask the question, do you want to not be alive anymore, right? Obviously using like the word typically. The tendency is for folks to say, you don't want to SI, right? Don't do that. Don't say that, because it puts pressure on the person who might actually be feeling that to, you know, assuage your concern and say, no, of course not. We want to genuinely ask that question. On top of that, if that's the case, it does not mean that that person is in immediate danger, right? We can provide that person with support and also connect that person to resources without that meaning that we're calling 911 in that moment. That's usually the fear for folks, right? Is that if I admit this to someone, that I'm going to be involuntarily committed right here, right now. And also that people are going to judge me or that I'm going to hurt people, right? And so also know that connecting that person to resources does not mean that they have a plan, that they have an intent, and that they have the means to act on those feelings. Those are the things that we screen for. Don't, Christine, I know that you're going to say something. Those are the things that we screen for as therapists. And so you want to, you know, briefly be aware of those things. Bye, Marzana. Thanks for coming. But again, I want to encourage people to generally make an effort to connect somebody who is like credentialed, right? Is like an expert in this in terms of assessing these things. This is not something that you should have to assess for as a person. But again, for the purpose of like differentiating whether somebody is unsafe right here, right now, as opposed to like just generally, why do I keep struggling with that word? Generally struggling. Those are the things that we screen for. And as a like family member, a loved one, the thing that you want to do more than anything is to be clear that like, I'm glad that you told me. Like, thank you for telling me. I love you so much. And I want to support you. I want to be here for you. I want to be with you in this, right? Like, I have your back. I'm here for you. We're going to work through this together. Please know that you can talk to me about this. We can work together to find something or someone that is supportive of you, that can help you to work through this. They're generally speaking, the thing that you want to do most as a like non-expert, like a family member, friend, you know, loved one in this situation, is to be supportive and to be validating and to be encouraging about the fact that this person disclosed that. Because the thing that we tell ourselves as a society is that we can't talk about it, because if we do, we'll put ideas in people's heads and that will cause them to act on those thoughts and feelings, and that's not true, right? The truth is that talking about it and creating a discourse about it and being loving and kind is the thing that actually helps to prevent this from happening. So, you guys are fine. I know, yeah, the banned discourse. No, you guys are fine. Yes, panicking and causing shame, not helpful. Panicking inside, feeling a panic inside, I think is very human, and a lot of people will feel that way. Do what you can to have that be internal so that you don't shame this person. Totally valid if you need to panic about that verbally with someone else who's a support person to you, you're allowed. But again, it's kind of similar to the advice that parents get about when their children disclose things about having been harmed. When we freak out and we're like, oh my God, like all you're going to do is create further distress. And in that person's mind, the person who's struggling, that is going to feel like, yeah, this is why I didn't want to talk about it, right? Especially because lots of people who are cyclically depressed or mentally ill might have thoughts like this chronically, right? And again, that does not mean that they are in danger of dying in this moment right here, right now. So there you go. There's your brief flyover psychoeducation about SI and supporting somebody, which the Plath family does like all of the wrong things. Also, too, for what it's worth, one of the worst things that you can do is panic. But I think second on that list is to just like completely ignore it and be like, oh, well, you know, just don't acknowledge, don't look at it. Sometimes when people disclose these things, it's because they're asking for you to help them or to be seen by you, and to just like, wow, what a silly disclosure anyways, is even more isolating. The things that therapists screen for are loneliness and hopelessness. And by not acknowledging when somebody is like disclosing this to you, you might be contributing to the loneliness, like the isolated feeling. We don't want that. So, okay, let's keep going. We're at 40 minutes and 1 second, pressing play. In 3, 2, 1.
Lord, sometimes it seems to me in life.
Oh, no audio. Oh my God. Sorry, pressing play. You guys, I have a pimple coming in on my chin and it hurts. Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes it seems like you can't win.
Hold on, rewind. This is
life, you just can't win.
Except now. No, because you're a winner in our book.
Yeah, but sometimes it seems like you can't win.
Yeah,
Barry is such a jerk.
I'm headed back to Minnesota shortly, and then Olivia's going to be coming back to Minnesota shortly after that to settle everything and finalize divorce paperwork. I mean, if it's going to happen, I guess just go ahead and get it over with, but I am dreading it actually, you know, signing the papers and saying goodbye for real.
I know.
There's some things that I'm not looking forward to when I get back to Minnesota, but I'm just gonna enjoy the last bit of time with my family before I go back.
Guys, what if we sang a song that we used to sing as a family? Let's just wing it and see how it goes.
Wow, wouldn't that be so fun and uplifting? No, oh my God, stop that. Besides the fact that it's a terrible song, I know that y'all are going to get my live stream taken down. I know, totally not forced at all. Look at how happy Ethan looks. Look at him. Okay, he does have a smile there. Never mind, I take it back. Me trying to prove a point, immediately wrong.
Last year, I just handled situations in a way that I really should not.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, this is the next episode. We're going to call it there because it's fine. We're going to watch the next episode. So, not today. Next week. We're watching it next week. I know, Joe, literally. Yes, Thrills on Mills, exactly that. Because they used to be a family band. So, that's like so totally okay and normal. All right, good talk, everyone. This family interaction feels too casual for the matter at hand. Yes. And also because they don't really talk to each other, it seems, about anything. Normally I would be like, listen, you don't know that they didn't have that conversation off camera, but like, it really doesn't seem like they do, because first of all, there are so many times where someone is like, wait, what? You talked to blah, 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 and like being confused about someone saying something to another member of the family, but also the lack of emotional intimacy between the family members is just revealing, I think. I would really, really be shocked to learn that they're having deep emotional disclosures with one another. 3-hour stream per episode. I know. Listen, it's fine, okay? This is why we're only doing 1 episode a day, because I don't want to be streaming for 6 hours. It's bad for my mental health. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys like it. I'm glad that you guys enjoy it. Putting zit cream on an oncoming pimple tends to help minimize it. I actually have pimple patches that have like differin gel on the inside. I haven't tried them yet, so I'm gonna try them and report back. And if I have a big giant fucking pimple or a scab from me inevitably popping a pimple that I should not be popping, then you guys will know how that turned out. We love what supports Mickey's mental health. Thank you. Thank you for streaming and setting boundaries. Thank you guys for respecting my boundaries. Apple cider vinegar and rose water? Really? I don't have rose water, though. I could make some, but I really don't want to. That would require effort, and so I will not. Yeah, don't forget there is a Doctor Who watch party happening tomorrow in the Discord, which, by the way, if you didn't know, we have a Discord server. You can get access to it by joining our Patreon. And it's a really fun time. We do things like Doctor Who watch parties and also Patreon-only streams, which, by the way, are coming up. We are in the end of the month now, so not this Saturday or next Saturday, but the one after that. We will be doing patron-only streams in the Discord. Anyone know a place for cute business clothes, specifically plus size? I need pants for an interview. Okay, honestly, fuck Torrid, but they do consistently have good, like, business pants that are stretchy. The only pair of slacks that I own are from Torrid. Yeah. Like, fuck them because they suck for a lot of things. But if you have a coupon or you can find, like, a sale or something, yes, no, it is very 2010 to 2015 style. But for things like slacks that are just kind of, like, the same, like, I don't know, I appreciate it anyways. If you're looking for, like, wide leg slacks or something that's going to be more, like, of a modern silhouette, probably not. But for the, like, standard plus size pant, I don't hate them. Yeah, perfect for business cash, exactly. Brooke, thank you for the $2 super chat. Esthetician, please never put alcohol or apple cider vinegar on your face. Fair enough. Thank you for the $2 and for the PSA, the invaluable advice. Thank you very much. Unfortunately, stress is also a factor. Yeah, I think that's also just part of the problem. Yes, exactly, Morgan. Fuck Torrid, but plus sizes are so limited, so. Okay. We're gonna get going, or I'm gonna get going anyways. Thank you guys for coming. We will be live next Friday for stream, just like normal. And regular videos are gonna go up on Saturday, so. Ooh, lucky 13. Eric, thanks for being a member for 13 months, my friend. Okay, for the stream, the banger commentary. Thanks to everyone in the chat for all the fun times. Yeah. Is it Laho Hearts? Laho Arts. Excuse.